When it hurts like this, we climb the greatest heights, jump down and have a fight, and that's all we'll ever like, but that can never change my mind. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, it's uneasy. I wouldn't have it another way. There's no other way. Yeah. When it hurts like this, ever like, ever like, ever like, ever like, ever like, when it hurts like this, ever when it hurts like this, we hold each other high, but we fall 1,000 times. But I'd never say goodbye or ever leave this stuff behind. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, it's uneasy. I wouldn't have it another way. There's no other way. Yeah. When it hurts like this, ever like, ever like, ever like, when it hurts like this, when it hurts like this.
Looking past my reflection, thinking about what you mentioned. It was supposed to be the one to take every last pain away. Nothing on our loving, maybe time told us that we were different. Did it break you down? Staring at the ceiling, fighting off a feeling. One more minute, 'cause I just don't wanna come down, don't wanna go back to how I used to be.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. It is blue. Really, really fucking blue. You know why? I know why. How do I set it back up? Is it lighting balance? White balance? Close enough? I gotta add some color intensity. I gotta give myself some orange to the face. Close enough, right? Or is it weird? Is it weird looking or no? Is this good or no? Because my PC, I had to unplug it because it was kept restarting over and over and over because of the hurricane. Am I too dark? Good? Okay, you guys are saying it's good. Because I don't fucking remember how I had it, to be honest. Look at the little white there, Dalaran. You need to give yourself a tan. You know, we could do that. Hold on 1 second. We could take away a little bit of that contrast. Yeah, look at that, Bam. A little bit less pale. Give myself a little bit of that. Ooh. We can go for that. Wait, hold on, can we do this? I am the president of the United States of America. Now it's perfect, isn't it? Let's give it a little, yeah, let's just do a bit more color balance. Does not look healthy, does not look lively. I look like I have human skin, and the green screen behind me is all good. Like it doesn't, okay, it doesn't, it looks still, it doesn't look perfect, but this is how we'll do it. How's everybody doing? Welcome back. Today is my first day back after prep for the hurricane, and the hurricane itself, it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. I was a bit peeved that the power went out because it kept going out multiple times. And then it went out completely, and I kind of just had there twiddling my thumbs as the AC wasn't working. And that was the worst night of my life, dude, in a long, long while. How's everybody doing? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back. Let me get the music back up and running. How are we doing today? What do we got? We got ourselves GC, my man Zachary, Sashimi Cran. How you doing? Beautiful, beautiful people. We got Phil Rat, Eric, Nelly. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a good one. The hurricane passed. The hurricane passed. And it feels good to be done with it, man. Stream is live. Hold on. Let me wait, hold on. Oh my god. I'm doing a thing. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Help me get to 100k subs. In my here we go. I'm just posting a thing about me starting the stream. That's all. How's everybody doing though? Welcome back. We are back. We are live and kicking. Oh, the hurricane didn't go over us, by the way. Just kind of went on the coast, but still knocked the power out. That's not what's really tough. I woke up so early. I went to bed super late because I couldn't fall asleep, and I woke up super early. So I'm running on like a couple hours of sleep today, boys. I'm gonna get some duels done, and we're probably gonna call it right at that 7 mark, most likely. Alrighty, boys, it is EU time, however, for the duels, so we're not gonna waste any more time. Is it EU duels, Dalaran? It is. How was the hurricane? Well, it didn't go over me. It went all out in the ocean. Oh man, I look really orange. Honestly, take down a little bit of this orange. Good enough. I can at least look at myself without fully cringing. It's not perfect still, but we'll make it work. Ah, we're okay. We're alright, boys. We are okay. It sucks, though, when power goes out. Because it's hot where I live. And it was just really hot to wake up to in the morning. Nope, you look white. Wow! I'm white! Thank you, Zachary. I was not aware. Thank you so much, my man. Now let me look at this. Let me get you pizza. I got a pizza coming a little bit later, boys. I already got one ordered. So you guys are good. You guys are good. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the thought, man. Alright, we are done with the hurricane. Let's just get back into the games, into the fun. What we are here all about. We got Canny already with a 5-man group. We need another group over on the EU to get these duels going. I know that everybody is playing Classic at this point, but Kachikan, oh man! Kachikan got the boys out. Even Kachikan locked off Classic for a moment just to give us a chance here to get these duels going. Let's go, boys. Kachikan and Canny. I know everybody's super excited about playing Classic and whatnot, but come on, boys. I know all of y'all miss these duels. I know y'all want to give it a chance, give it a try, man. Try out our different build. Try something weird, man. I need some more carbs to be a cool Tyrion. I needed to put in more effort into these. Oh my god! That is a lot of moolah! Ha! Yo! Can we get a massive fucking hashtag DC in chat? That's 50 bones, man! Are you kidding me? Fucking, I'm buying 2 pizzas today. What the fuck? Thank you so much, okay, we got a hashtag DC boys, big bones for this beautiful, beautiful motherfucker. Thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate you. That is huge. Whew. God damn. My man, that's super generous of you, dude. Super fucking generous of you. God damn, I'm eating fucking good, extra good tonight. Alrighty, boys, you got the duels already started now. Alright, switch. What do we got today? We got ourselves Team Blue with ATH playing out more of that fire. I really like that artifact weapon the most, I gotta say. Then we got Exodiac playing on that Red Smurl back with that Fury Warrior. We got Zer playing more of the Demonology, and what it looks like Aragon playing the Frost. Look at that nice little crowd in his head. We got Dirksbind on the opposite side with Dumbaluglu. Kachika going up first, it looks like, versus ATH. Got Cressida and Lucifer. Nolda, my man. I'm sorry, Nolden, you're sick, my man. Could we get a hashtag Nolden in chat? Show an appreciation for the wonderful dinner, my man. Hopefully you feel a little bit better by the end of the night. Hopefully this shows brighten up your spirit. Sorry you're feeling sick, but it's going to be Kachika. Gonna go for a double charge, big leap. HH canceling out that Cyclotronic as he's getting massive fire blast into Kachika, not giving him a lot of space. That's going to be Reflect for Cat. I think he missed that Cyclotronic Reflect, though. He's going to have to burn his commanding shot as well as Enraged Regeneration. War Stomp to break apart the cast of ATH. He's gonna dip under the bridge for a second. More Pyroblast, Fire Blast, and Firebolts even coming out. Trying to land a Polymorph for Kachika. Does land one. Trying to go for a double poly. Kachika was going to go for a Reflect or maybe Trinket. Is going to get himself a charge heal off of ATH. Trinketing out of the root. Not letting himself sit in the CC for a little bit too long. That Trinket might be useful at a later time, but that's going to be another reset for ATH with an Invis. Kachika took the full brunt of the burst out of ATS. That wasn't even combustion, but still the amount of damage he was able to get was huge. And he's still trucking. Kachika is out of Trinket right now, so if ATS can get him low again, combined with combustion, he could seal the end of this game. So for Kachika, it's going to be all about landing that Reflect, though. But with a Polymorph or that Breath into Poly, without Kachika having a Trinket, this might be really tough for him to be able to actually get some kind of CC back-to-back. Missing the Ring of Frost is going to go for maybe Reflect. Oh, interrupted a Reflect with a Meteor on top of Cat. He's actually going to freeze himself for a second. Going to be a combustion coming out for ATH. Kachika has no defenses for it. Is going to nab himself a heal real quick off of the charge. And it's going to go for Blaze Storm just to get out of route to line aside the damage coming out of ATH. Doesn't want to get burned up too quick. He's not done with this game. 2 minutes in. He still want to keep trucking. Trying to go for first aid. Force the ATH to mount up and try to head over to the side. Kachika still snagging the Bloodthirst in there. Or look like Raging Blow, maybe. But it's still going to continue to pump in damage. ATS trying to go for some damage himself. Not even going for a Polymorph. Since Kachika is so low, he thinks that maybe if I keep Kachika's health low, maybe I might be able to score a kill here. He's going to go for a Temporal as a defensive. Kachika is recovering a lot of health, however. ATS probably should have went for the Polymorph playstyle. Oh, going to reflect the Polymorph right before the Polymorph went off. It's going to be able to interrupt the next Polymorph. And that's going to be a great Pyroblast to the face, however. Does he go for Ring of Frost? He does land it. He does get it. Double ring. HH can still have a bunch of Pyroblasts to come out after the Fire Blast here. It's going to be Kachika get himself in Rage Regen again. Massive heal through that charge. Heal, he's back in. Pretty sure this boy is stacking all verse right now to get a massive amount of healing. And he's got the most value out of that cooldown. Now it's finally Kachika able to sit on top of ATS, trying to lower down his health, missing his unless that was an execute. It looks like he misses pummel. That's gonna be a Polymorph coming out. War Stomp just to cut that Polymorph a little shorter. Gonna be a root by ATS. Kachika tricking out of the root. Could go for another charge. It's gonna be a charge. Let's see how Blaze Storm anymore. He does not. That's gonna be a Polymorph. ATS find himself below 50% health. But Kachika find himself also in a sheep. Is he going to be able to get the Ring of Frost fast enough? He does. Kachika didn't have an answer for this one. So great Pyroblast is going to happen with a Meteor to follow. Cyclotronic right after. ATS is going to hit that Cyclotronic into a Reflect by Cat, but it's going to cancel it immediately. And Kachika trying to get him low. It's going to interrupt him on fire and can't quite reach him inside of the freeze. That's going to be another great Pyroblast. Is that going to happen here? It is going to connect. It's going to do a lot of damage. Big combustion coming out for HES. Gachika needs to stave off this damage. Double charge into a heal. Continue to heal himself as much as possible. Staying mobile. Also going counter-offensive. Reflecting whatever he can out of HES. I think he reflected most of Scorch or something. And HES choosing to go for a polymorph, letting Gachika heal up to full, but HES does need to walk away. This one is a mage Urno, just the worst situation possible. He's just gonna have to mount up, just gonna have to find reset, maybe get himself some food. So far, Gachika has been able to stave off any damage coming out of ATS. Landing those charges back-to-back leap, trying to get a charge around the corner maybe. Couldn't quite intercept ATS. Is just going to stay mounted. Tried to stay ahead of Gachika just by a little bit. Tried to stay mobile. Letting whatever energy region happen, but also waiting for some cooldowns. Should have combustion coming up in about a minute, though. So if you wait about a minute, you might have it. Has a ice block if it needs to. Gachika could also mount up to try to catch up to the guy. And you probably have a better chance of it. Trying to let it slow. Does land it. Forcing out a fire breath onto Gachika with a polymer to follow. He can't get too far away from Gachika unless he goes for like a shimmer blink. Does even run shimmer. Ring of Frost to follow. Does nab Gachika to Ring of Frost with a greater Pyroblast connecting yet again with a Meteor right after. Gachika going to go for Enrage Regen early on. Trying to nab the heals. Is going to be able to break out of that route and get another charge. He'll continue to get those Bloodthirsts back to back. Has to trick it if it needs to. Another charge at ATS. That's going to be another breath into Palmer. Super DR'd, however. But Gachika does not have any more ability to catch up to the mage. ATS slowly but surely recovered in health. Besides the shield that he has, he still has a fair amount of health left to him. He's getting quite a bit of healing over time. And that Temporal is going to just basically force Gachika to stop doing damage. Gachika is basically being played by HS. I think it was a miss on a pummel, but does go for a War Stomp as a turn. Trying to get him close to the execute range. Trinkets out of the Polymer. Tries to get a second one. That's going to put Gachika in the heaviest DR Polymorph ever as HS trying to make his way out. And we're going to see a leap out of Cat. HDS mounting up immediately. Gachika might have a leap available. Is going to mount up himself, actually. Every time HDS has a breath into Poly, Gachika just has no answer for it. He just has to sit there and take it. But that's going to be Meteor as HDS decides to go super offensive here. Hoping to maybe get some damage cracked in. Has a combustion if he wants to. Blaze Storm out of Gachika as he's burning through his cooldown. Cyclotronic does not get interrupted, however. I think he might have been able to fake out the pummel. And now he's sitting close to that execute range with that, I fear. Still, I think he has Cyclotronic, however. He's starting to fake out Gachika on that Cyclotronic. That's going to be another full poly. No, he decides, you know what, I cannot make this polymorph. I have to keep going. 6 minutes and 11% dampening. HS does not want to go down to Gachika. He wants to get the perfect lineup. So we're going to be here for this duel for quite a bit, boys. And people at Gachika's team are literally leaving. Somebody already left. Well, it's going to make this duel, this 5-5 session, last a little bit longer. They probably should have stayed. I think it was Dirksbein that left too. So that's one less rogue. I don't think anybody's going to miss a rogue in these duels, honestly. Rogues prolong these duels anyway. Greater Pyroblast for ATS is trying to get another lineup. Oh, trying to get a kick out of Gachika. Did not get a kick out of him. Did not get a reflect out of the guy. So that's going to be interesting. Ring of Frost to follow. Does not nab him in Ring of Frost. And Gachika is going for a light. Said does have Shimmer. Tried to blink around. Gachika saw ahead of that rules. I keep swapping to where Gachika used to be, which is 3, but 3 is Christia. So now I got to keep doing 2. Is it a monk or a mage? Please, what do you mean? What are you talking about, Darkspine? What do you mean? Dude, you're the guy that left. I don't know what to say. You're the one that left, not me, dude. The amount of CC that ATS has against Gachika is just like a warrior versus mage type of like setup. Gachika has to wait. If he had Stormbolt, he might be able to deal with the mage a little bit easier by having counter CC. But with the way that he's got his setup going right now, he's going for a more heavy healing build. With ATH being so CC heavy, it actually might be one of the roughest games. It looks like he's actually just letting ATH get some food. Looks like he's kind of sort of letting him get food. No, Gachika is going to go for first aid himself. ATH is going to get himself some food, maybe, or first aid. First aid for first aid. Dude, I don't ever use first aid in BFA, but in Classic, dude, first aid every time, every day, all the time. That's going to be very important for these two here. Breath into Cat, going to be able to land the polymer unless Cat goes for a reflect or a trinket here. Greater Pyro into Ring of Frost. He just has a perfect lineup. Gachika breaking out of the Ring of Frost a little bit early with a Blade Storm instantly, as he does have like a half a second between taking damage and getting CC'd to get out of CC. Is not going to kick. the cyclotronic of ATS. He has to wait out a little bit. ATS wants to either get faked out on fire or maybe land a full cyclotronic and get faked out on that. Cyclotronic trying to come out again, trying to fake out Kachkin. This is a perfect opportunity for Kachkin just to go for damage. Temporal just to keep him safe afloat with a pummel onto that cyclo. ATS is going to have freedom to cast whatever he wants. Polymers, greater pyros, even that cyclotronic for a moment. It's gonna go for big damage. You could even go for cyclo, gonna be reflected on Kachkin. HH could go for maybe even more damage. Short war sub by Kachkin. Trying to keep HH in place. Can't quite get the big damage in. He's trying to do what he can, where he can. Ring of Frost is gonna CC him for just a second. Super DR. Greater Power Blast still gonna come out. Does get himself in rage regeneration rolling. Used to land those heals, but he's not gonna be able to get any with that root. Does he have a reflect available for this one? Is gonna go for a commanding shout. Doesn't have charge quite yet. Does land a charge, but not the heal. Double charge onto ATS. Doesn't get to catch on one of those bloodthirsts, but still maintaining himself. Breath onto Kachkin again with a fireball for HS. Does get interrupted on fire. Does use the ice block. He has ice block, he has cauterize. Temporal should be back up. Trying to use scorches to get Kachkin low. Cannot land the executes because Kachkin is going for a bit of a reflect. That's going to be shield, safe to trick it, as well as the temporal on top of each other. Blaze search to fall. The temporal is gone. Actually, ATS is exposed right now. Cauterize coming out. That could be anything out of Kachkin here. Could be close. Huge executes while enraged. Is going to land the charge into a breath in the face. Going to be a Ring of Frost. As ATS is looking to maybe add Kachkin with a greater pyre here. Does he go for a full setup? Fireball right after. Reflect for Kachkin. Could be anyone's game right now. Execute onto ATS. And Kachkin does make him into dead meat. And Exodiac is not going to waste any time with Cat. Just going to kill the guy immediately. Poor Cat. Dude, there's my super pub stayed, man. That was like a literally 10-minute duel. Warrior God versus a Mage God. The amount of CC the Warriors have can be higher, but not as good as that what a Mage brings. DC, my man! Oh my god, buddy. That's 20 more bones right there. Yeah, my man! Oh my god, Christian, not looking that good! It's gonna be both of you guys going for big damage. Exotic barely has any health. Oh my god, Christian, what'd you do? I wonder what went wrong today for Exodiac. This song fits. It's going to be Bop immediately as Aragon is trying to make his way into Christian. Why we get a Bop there? Yo, can we get a big old hashtag DC in chat? Showing appreciation for the month for donor, my man. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate it. Sweaty bones, boys. Hashtag DC, boys. Showing our appreciation for the wonderful dono. Appreciate you, my man. Christian tried to see if he can survive versus Aragon. It's going to be a trick out of Ara. And he needs to catch up to Christian. Doesn't give him a lot of health left. Could go for a couple more blood hits. Trying to get the big damage rolling. He's actually was able to hit him with a bit of a chill. A little bit of frosted chill. Lucifer is up next. Got himself that full Tauren setup with a full heritage armor. Going to be Aragon. Trying to see if he can get himself a beam. Sound onto Lucifer. You trick us out of it. Aragon used to recover in health immediately. Is going to get a short route onto Lucifer for a second, but needs to go for Death Strikes immediately. 12 minutes in, 43% dampening, not going to be able to do a lot, and now it's going to be Lucifer landing a kill onto Oregon. Now, this high dampening, people are just going to be going for tit for tat right now. Smurl is going up next. Smurl trying to see if he can get himself a kill onto Lucifer. Lucifer needs to go for a heavy defensive play. Lots of charge heals whenever he can. If he can get those charged bloodthirsts, then he might be able to hold off long enough. His health just stopped going down for a second, but he needs to start recovering. It's going to be a stun by Smurl. He's going to be able to lock down Lucifer and get him super low multiple times over. Lucifer having to go for Rage Regen, but it's going to disarm on his heel. Gonna have to go for that commanding shout a little bit early. Does he get one bloodthirst? He should have gotten at least one bloodthirst during that Enrage Regen. Next stun by Smurl. It's probably going to be critical. Does he get the big leap? He actually does not. It's going to be Smurl intercepting with a charge. Get him close to the execute. Fewer to Smurl. He breaks out of Berserker's rage. Lucifer trying to go for a reflect. What can he reflect? Not a lot. Versus Smurl. The next up is going to be Dumb. What's his name? Dumbleoglu? Dumbleoglu? We're going to call you Dumb. Dumble? Dumble. I like Dumble. Dumble getting that Hodge onto Smurl. He triggers out of it immediately. Gonna go for Stormbolt as Dumble got his wings up and running. Might want to go for Disarm. That's what Smurl is just trying to see if he can bail out of the big leap from under the bridge. Another charge intercepted past Dumble actually with that Hand of Freedom. Gonna get himself a Bloodthirst or two. Smurl needs to go for a defensive immediately. Does get a Disarm onto Dumble for a second, but he doesn't have a way to self-heal. Next, if he pops Shield and Rage Regen, I guarantee you it's going to be a bop out of the Paladin. No Shield of Vengeance instead. Smurl might actually be able to get himself a couple of heals. Trying to get a slow into Dumble. Does he get a charge heal? If he can land a charge heal, he does land one, but he doesn't land one within range region, I don't think. Hard to follow, and I think that might be the end of it, unless Dumble just doesn't have the damage, does have another set of wings. Huge crit could come out right now. Doesn't have the resources for it. Going to be a commanding shot for Smurled, and that's going to be Guardian of Azeroth for what looks like Dumble. No, Smurld's Guardian of Azeroth came out. He's just trying to see if he can run away from Paladin. Looks like it's not going to happen. And Dumble taking him out with Zur up next, playing that Demonology, throwing down the Boskridge Bombers in one corner. And Dumble is just going to have to line of sight. No, he's actually not going to go for line of sight. Reflect available for Zur. Hopefully Dumble doesn't hide himself. Actually did not fall for that trick. Wonder if he was watching out for it or not. Going to be first down onto Dumble. Looks like Zur does not have a follow-up CC onto Dumble, as he just tried to get himself an army of pets rolling. That's going to be a fellow to separate these two for a second. Dumble is still going to run through it. Bob coming out. So good portion of Zur's pets are just not going to be able to do any damage to Dumble. So the Paladin is going to go for a bit of a treat. Zur is getting out those imps, which are actually going to be able to do damage. Could go for a Tyrant, and that's exactly what he's trying to go for. If he could go for a full-blown Tyrant, trying to get Boskridge Bombers on one side, does get the Tyrant out, and the Paladin is going to be out in the open with that Tyrant. He doesn't sacrifice the pets, however. Those imps should do quite a lot of damage onto Dumble. Gonna be an interrupt on Zur. Can Dumble survive this long enough? Earlier Reflect coming in for Zur. He's still getting slapped around by that Tyrant. Another cast in, and as he gets a set of wings, he does go down. Oh my god, that duel between Anti-Ash and Kachikan took... Oh my god, he had to do so much damage. Kachikan left, so we couldn't see just how much healing he did, man. That was incredible. Oh my god. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one going, yeah? Let's get another one going. Not gonna waste any time. Crazy Cat, I got a group? Alright, Crazy Cat, we got you. Wait, do you have a group? Athaman? I have a full group? Full group? Alright, Crazy Cat versus Atho. Unless both of you end up in the same group. Limp and Liam. Hey, Dal, what's up, man? How you doing, my dude? Welcome back, boys. I'm ready for some duels. Hell yeah. Let me know if you got a group, man. BFA, EU, what is it? 80, 91, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. 86! You're kidding me, boys. Full group. Alright, let's try, Already gonna keep the same group because I played deep into dampen. Gonna have a go. Alright, let's have... We'll take a group after this cat, okay? Nolden, bro, help me. What's up, Nolden? How you doing, my man? Let's get Atho, man, fighting a group. Can someone get Nolden in your group? Yo, boys, open up some groups. Try to get Nolden in. Canny, if you got a spot, man, try to get Nolden in if you can. Let me get Athaman and Crazy Catty, just because Crazy Cat, since they got it on. If they're in the same group, then I'll get Limp and Liam. Alrighty. Kachika wants to go right after, so I think we're going to do Cat versus Limp and Liam if he has a group. Then we'll get Kenny versus somebody. We'll figure it out. I'm just gonna start going by first come, first serve. I want you guys, I really would prefer for you guys to rotate new people. Try to get some new people in here that we haven't seen in a while. I would prefer to see that in our duels today. So then, if you guys are always taking new people in, I can always just take whoever's first ready, whoever got the new people in, and queue them, and then let as many new people play as possible. The void elf ass. Where's this guy's got at? Where'd they go? Ooh. That's not a... Dude, another cool Mog. Low. I'm not even care about the not fast. I'm looking at that Mog, dude. Look at that weapon. AGS has the same weapon. I literally just said I love that weapon skin. I never got that. Is that the hidden one? That's not the challenge. Oh, was that the challenge one, actually? That might have been the challenge one. I'm never getting that. Switch. At least on a name. I got it on you a while ago. Alrighty, boys, let's go. We got ourselves as Alpha. Whoa, look at that Mog. Milady. That's what this Mog looks like. The top hat. Oh, playing the Worgen too. Okay, we got Crazy Cat going up first with just Vanderson in the background. Oh my god, you went Night Elf. Everybody's going Alliance on the PvP side. We got Kane in the back and Purple Haze. We got Aelwyd on Team Red with Athaman leading the charge. Fortune in the back. Riker going up first. Getting it actually. Oh, he's playing the Beastmaster. He is trying to see if he can get away from Crazy Cat. It's great Empire setup. Instead, he's actually going to go for a stun lock combo. Has full beef up for his pet. Crazy Cat is taking a lot of damage right now from the BM Hunter. Actually having to force a block also on Team Blue. Is Ramura. Again, everybody's going Alliance nowadays, man. What is this? Everybody on PvP side. Riker's looking to maybe end this game real quick. Get in that kill command. Try to go for the Mexican's kill command, but he's going to be able to go for big damage. Crazy Cat to try to get the Pyro Blast. Is going to be able to get themselves a Cauterize in. And there goes a Cauterize. No more heals. Not even a Warlock. Also a minute in. Didn't work out as well as it wanted to. Good attempt, at least. Good attempt. I think Crazy kind of tried to join Duels last week. Didn't get to play at all. So you know what? Everybody's going to have a great attempt. Some people are going to have a good game. Some people are not going to have a good game. Although on the next team, it is going to be as Alpha. Wait, is this Azafa? I always call it as Alpha. Like AZ Alpha. It's Azafa. Azafa? I don't even know. Azafa? Azafa? Az. Can you call it Az? Azzy. Oh, that was a knockback trap by Riker as Az stayed in running form for as long as possible. Riker's already going to go for damage. That's going to be stun lock onto Riker in the opener. Back-to-back stun onto Az, however. Chicken side of it with a horrific thrown at Riker as Az needs to build up the full army. But before they can do that, getting hit with a counter spell. And Riker is going to go for a bit of a feign death for a second dodge. One of the spells from Az, trying not to let the Warlock ramp up damage too high, is going to almost landing that had to go down. But Riker is going to dip behind the pillar, not letting Az do anything. Drain life is all they can do to try to save this off as best possible. Does land the shortest CC with that freeze onto Az's pet. And Az doesn't have a lot of health. Wall coming out right now. Is he going to be able to survive this wall? Kill commands are going to come out. Riker just took about 2 castles back to back. He controlled the both of them. Next up is going to be a Feral Kane. This is going to land a stun opener onto Riker as he's going to burn himself a self-heal. Did he use the... It looks like he went offensive with that Crucible. Or no, it might have went defensive. He had to have gone defensive. He had to have gotten out for a self-heal. That pet over there, though, is doing quite a number onto Kane. Actually pulling the pet back as Kane does land himself a re-stealth. He's going to land himself a stun. Trick us out of that freezing trap. So next stun that Riker has with full setup, Kane is going to be in a bad spot. Riker is going to have to ramp this up a little bit. But he's going to go for that stun a little bit early regardless. Getting that. Crows, dot rolling. Trying to get a slow into Kane around the corner. Doesn't have the line of sight of his pet, but needs to get those kill commands and beef up the pet as much as possible. Kane going to go for a self-heal with that Crucible as well. Utilizing the long pillar to his advantage until he decides to turn around into Riker. Looking like he wants to go for a bit of a setup. With Thorns up and running, Riker, although doesn't take any damage from the Thorns, that's only his pet. And Kane might have played his hand a little bit too early. He's just trying to get himself around the pillar. Riker's always making sure to stay ahead of him at all times, trying to keep the slow going as often as possible. Kane does get himself a little bit of a heal. Looks like maybe either a Swiftman or a Warlock Hellstone there. But someone saved him from dripping too low. Trying to see if he could juke around the pet just to get back to Riker. Does he have the health for it, however? Riker getting hit with a bash, and Kane is going to go for another freezing trap as he try to get in a bite in there. Does get himself a self-heal rolling. Riker's going to beef up the pet. He's going to go for an offensive disengage again. All the Hunter needs to do is try to stay ahead of Kane and try to stay on top of him. As long as he has line of sight, he will always have an answer to everything the Feral is doing, and was able to kite or not get out-kited by the Feral too much to stay on him the whole time. Purple Haze is up next. As a Demon Hunter versus a Hunter. You got a Hunter versus Demon Hunter. But Riker is going to be behind on cooldowns. It's going to have to go for a Turtle Shell a little bit early as Purple Haze decides to fly up in the arrow. He's going to swap to the pet to start fell barraging that thing. Maybe he might be able to kill the pet a little bit early. Riker pulling the pet back immediately. Not going to let Purple Haze get any damage on that thing. Or let alone resources. And Riker's looking for a full reset. Might have to go for a freezing trap and force to trick it out of Purple Haze or something. Might be exactly what he's looking to do here, as Purple Haze does get himself another set of Demonic. Riker needs to play for a long game, but that's going to be Crucibles out of Purple Haze, able to get damage back into Riker, and it's going to go with that leech healing whenever he can. It's going to get hit with a freezing trap. That's finally going to separate this. So Riker can't really do much about getting into camo. Every time he's going to dive into camo, Purple Haze is going to use Spectral Sight. That's exactly what he's going to do. Get him out of stealth ASAP. Riker was able to recover some health. And that's going to be a trick out of Purple Haze. Was that a stun out of Riker? It went by a little bit too early for me. It went by a little bit too quickly. Regardless, Purple Haze is going to go super hyper offensive. Hasn't used Metamorphosis yet, but he's getting very offensive every time he gets a Demonic. And even deciding to just sit and burst down the pet if he knows he can't catch up to Riker. And it's going to be Metamorphosis coming down onto a freezing trap immediately. Perfect timing by Riker. What the what? Okay, I was going to say your spine got twisted around there a little bit. But if you're flexible, you could probably get in that kind of position. Riker had to time that freezing trap perfectly, because if he had timed it while Purple Haze is metamorphosing, then he would have actually immuned that CC altogether. So that was actually a really close call, and Riker did plan that freezing trap at a perfect time. Knocked back into Purple Haze. He does recover very quickly to stay offensive onto Riker. Riker is going to go for a bit of offensive power himself, dropping the trap on top of himself. That's going to be Purple Haze flying up in there, getting Riker super close to low health. And Riker's gonna have to go for a self-heal immediately. Feign death coming out off of the freezing trap. He put a freezing trap right on top of where Purple Haze was gonna be after his flight. Now he has this corner to kind of hug around. He's actually just gonna mount up instead to try to stay away from Purple Haze. Looks like whatever about that camo did not work out. Maybe a damage overtime on him or the pet that got him out. Gonna be Purple Haze dipping back into the demonic, staying as offensive as he can with the demonic. Lots of healing coming out of it. Riker's gonna go for some counter pressure, but still lots of hiding. That's going to be a Crucible Flame heal for Riker, but an offensive Crucible for Purple Haze, as he's going to get hit with a Freezing Trap to follow. And Riker's still looking to catch himself a full reset, needs himself a full pet heal. Exhilaration needs to come out very, very soon. And he might as well just do a little bit of running here. For Purple, this is going to be a bit of a hard game to catch, although he could use every mobility he's using right now to try to see if he can tag. It's going to be an I-beam with a Blade Dance. That could be the end to Riker. Let's see if a heal. He does get a pet heal. Does get him prison on it, so that prison actually stops him from being able to get any heals. And right before he got his exhilaration, he does go down. That was a Beastmaster Hunter, boys. We haven't seen one of those in a while. He actually had a really good run up until Purple Haze, and then getting caught out at low health. Playing defensive for the whole game did not help him out. If somehow he was able to recover, he might have actually been able to do something against Purple. Next up is Elwood on Team Blue, playing, I want to say, Destruction. Yep. Is going to go for Succubus CC off the bat, and it's going to go for Dark Soul Instability with Wall to follow after back-to-back stuns come out. Elwood needs to go for big damage, Infernal coming down, Cataclysm to follow as they're trying to get a wombo combo into Purple Haze with a Fear. Not going to happen. Could go for Reflect with that Fear cast, as the Reflect would stop the Demon Hunter Interrupt, since that Demon Hunter Interrupt is a magical ability on its own. Chaos Bolts are coming out. Does he get double Chaos Bolt? First one coming out. Doesn't make the second one. Purple Haze barely took damage out of the first one. Elwood does need to start spending those Soul Shards even into Rain of Fire in order to beef up the next Chaos Bolts. That's going to be imprisoned out of Purple Haze. The pet is nowhere nearby for Elwood. Wouldn't be able to go for any kind of CCs. Interrupt the coming out onto that Shot of Fury. Does land the pet Succubus, but Elwood's way too low in health. Do they want to go? Oh, not even a horror effect to send Purple Haze running in the other direction. Alrighty, but first it was the Hunter that was ripping the team apart. Now it's going to be the Demon Hunter. Are you kidding me? And Rimuru is up next. I like that he's trying that Arms Warrior playstyle, man. I really like that he's even giving it a go. I want to see you guys play weird specs. I want to see you guys play weird specs that are generally not good today. I'm honest. Rimuru is going to get a Stormbolt onto Purple. Try to see if he can get a setup. Needs to go for big bleeds. That's going to be a Warbreaker. Gets stunned on the trinkets out of it immediately with a Blade Storm. As he's trying to get as much damage during that Warbreaker. But that's going to be a fly out for Purple Haze. Might be able to actually take down Rimuru. No, he does get himself reflected at the very last second. Does get to ping back a couple of those fell lances. But now Rimuru is in a terrible position. No self-healing. Health way too low. It's actually just going to leap away from Purple Haze just to try to avoid him. Thing is about Purple Haze, though, he's going to be able to land the first stun in the opener every time. Unless Rimuru gets like a Fear and then trade that CC together. No, going to be a Stormbolt chicken out of Purple Haze. He's going to land a stun to Rimuru. How did Rimuru recover health? Is he playing Second Wind? That might be the play here, dude. Play Second Wind. Rimuru's going to go for the Avatar Sharpened Blade. Try to see if he can get a big blade stacked up onto Purple. Maybe he can get a couple spells in there, or a couple hits in there, a couple slams in. I don't know a lot of warrior abilities, to be honest. We don't see Arms Warrior that much. But it's like Mortal Strike, Slam, Overpower, right? That's really about it. Die by the Sword coming in for Rimuru. Try to see if he can cap out onto Purple Haze with a parry. Purple Haze is going to go for that stun. Has the freedom to hit Rimuru right now. That's going to be all the defensive out of the window. Rimuru, no line of sight. Is actually going to get a fail lance from afar. Without any line of sight, there's very little he can do about it. And at 9 minutes in, almost 10 minutes in, Athamet is back up. Is he going to go for the big burst setup with a Judgment, or is he going to go for a more normalized playstyle? Maybe a full self-heal build? He's gone through a couple builds before. He's going to have to go for a big Judgment playstyle or one of the other builds that he's running. It looks like he's using Judgment pretty freely. So it's not like he's stacking up for a big Judgment quite yet. That's going to be Executor's Ascendance onto Purple Haze, it looks like. But he can't quite catch up. It's going to land a slow. Metamorphosis coming out. Did Athaman go for a Hodge? He did not, so that's going to be a full Hodge for Atho. Full Wings, Blood of the Enemy, trying to go for the big damage. That's going to be a big Templar's Verdict to follow. Stun onto Atho, however, doing the burst. Does adapt out of it with a Trinket. Adaptation Trinkets it. And Purple Haze does get himself I-Beam to extend the Metamorphosis a little bit too long in order to get himself even more self-heal. So it's going to be a lot of opportunity for him to get offensive to self-heal, but also use Crucible and other abilities in order to get himself heal. Bubble for Atha. Is he just going to sit right under Purple Haze, just waiting for the guy? You're just gonna heal, execute setups with the purple, try to get as much damage cracked in as possible. Doesn't want to let Demon Hunter go anywhere. Well, the stun to follow does take down the DH Menace. And last man standing is gonna be just Vanish X. Now Vanish, we missed you, buddy. We missed you. I don't know. Atha and Fortune are gonna go against Vanish, dude. That's just way too much CC. And also, that's an Assassin's Rogue. Dropping that Maledict onto Athaman. Big setup. Dropping him close to about half health. That Shield of Vengeance is gonna keep him afloat. But looks like that Shield of Vengeance is not gonna hold up through all the damage over time that Vanish has set up. Look at that shield. Already gone now. Vanish is going to get back in there. Trying to line up for another kidney shot. Trying to get this bleeds up and running. Execute sentence is going to be running on him. He's going to try to see if he can bail away from Atha. As he's got himself a set of wings, it's going to go for a bit of a Shadow Meld into a re-stealth. Does get himself a Mark for Death in Venom with a kidney shot to follow. Or actually build up common points, then Mark for Death kidney. Athaman almost got juked out with that Shadow Step. That's going to land a Hodge onto Advantage. If he has 1 minute wings, Hodge, 1 minute wings, burn as much of the rogue health as possible. Eventually, you force a trinket where you can use the full wings. I think that's the only way Athaman has to go. He does have a bop, however. But that bop is not really going to stop him from the rogue. Not completely. Vanish still has a massive advantage here. Those bleeds and poisons. If he's super low on health, you're going to go for Mark Breath and Venom. That'll go straight through the bop. Kidney shot to follow again as Athaman doesn't get hit with a cheap shot. Kidney shot, wombo combo, full bleeds are up. But actually have to pop a defensive air shield advantage. No shield advantage. That's going to be blessed protection. Coming up a little bit early. And Vanish is going to bail out. Doesn't want to go for a shadow step or nothing. Look at Athaman. Even though he got that bob, the poison is still closing through his veins. Whatever damage they're doing, whatever healing they're suppressing, but also the movement speed that is being stopped by it is huge. Sab by Vanish, not letting Athaman reset. No bubble, no bob. Shield of Vanish coming in 31 seconds. That's going to be full Vendetta out of Vanish right now. Onto Athaman. Huge damage. Big Envenoms. And he didn't even stand a chance. At that point, next up is going to be Fortune. Monk versus Rogue. Reset versus reset. Agility versus agility. Except Fortune has some heals. Vanish, I guess, has some heals too. You know what? I never want to say the Rogue has a lot of healing because, you know, it's not a hybrid class. But that concoction, to be honest, that's a huge heal every 30 seconds. With how you reset, it's huge. Right before Vanish could vanish out of sight. Gonna be lectured by Fortune. Landing the full set of big bite coming out. Not even a touch of death, and Vanish is already teetering below the needed health in order to stay alive for this one. It's getting lower and lower. Does drop a Maledict onto Fortune. He's gonna suppress some without healing. Fortune could go for a diffuse magic actually to reflect it. Does go for it a little bit late, but the Maledict stacks up incrementally. So I don't think you can stop the Maledicts anymore, can you? Because it will refresh. That is way too weird. Just Vanish landing the Garrote into Fortune, but he's trying not to tussle with him. Gets the Fist of Fury out. Shadow Step, Kidney Shot, blind as Fortune trinkets. Fortune just trinketed a blind. Now I'm going to put him in a situation where he just cannot win this duel. If Vanish has cooldowns for this could be it. Vanish also has a Vendetta coming up very, very soon. No defenses, however. Has a Vanish, has a Trinket. So Fortune can't even stop him. Does Fortune have anything here? He's obviously going to go for a bit of a Karma immediately. Or at least trying to. Almost finds him. No Shadow Step. Oh my god. That was a Shadow Meld into a cheap shot. Vanish cheap shot at the end. And Vanish showing us how a Rogue does it against a Monk. Oh my god. That was incredible, dude. I was actually so good. I was so well done. I was so well done. Get a shot stun time is disgusting. It's only 6 seconds. It's about it, just about it like every other class in the game. That was really well. You gotta give the Rogue. CC was on fleek. That shit was on point. What character do you want me to mess around? Yo, McClippy, play whatever you like, man. Whatever you like. Alrighty. Now we're ready. We have 2 or 3 new players who have never played. Alright, let's get Kachka in here. And then Canny, we're gonna get Canny in one of these, okay? Limp and Liam. Here we go. Wait, did it work? Okay, I don't think it did. Oh, it's got Limp and Liam and Kachka. Oh, I didn't get Kachka last time. Cool. That was really good at the end. That could have been anyone's game. The Rogue, it really came down to, can the Rogue play that super well? If he can play that clean, he wins 100%. If he doesn't, the Monk wins. That's how the game comes out sometimes. I want to see the Hunter again. Yo, get that Beastmaster Hunter in on these boys again. Let's go. We got Kachika with the same team, as a lot of them did capture center dampening, but Team Red, ooh, fair amount of variety. Fair amount of variety of classes. I like it, I like it. Are we going to have a variety of specs, however? We'll find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Alrighty, boys. Wait, let me get the audio to him. Switch. What do we got? We got ourselves Limp and Liam playing on Team Red. Playing that Destruction Warlock. Oh, look at this guy. That's some classic WoW transmog. That's some classic transmog. Besides the technical staff, that is like a classic transmog. We got ourselves Looney. Something about a goblin dancing also with this face. I don't know. Something about it. We got Money in here. Playing, I think, Assassination. We got Nyx playing the Frost and Wolfex playing that Demon Hunter versus Team Blue with Derek's Bride. We got Dumbledore. We got Christia. We got Lucifer going up first. And Katchikan in the back. Did I get everybody right? Christia? And Dumble. Okay, yeah. I think I got everybody right. I think I got everyone's name right. I could have been wrong. Is Lenny going to go first? Who's going up first? Wait. Well, he says something. Oh, he is first. He already got his ghosties coming in. He's going to land a fear onto Lucifer. He's going to Zerker Rage out of that one. And he hasn't used his pummel yet, but he is going to go for that Siege Breaker for the big damage. Try to go for big setup. Looney might have to pop a defensive here. That's a lot of damage coming out of Lucifer. Stun to follow. Chickens out of it. Vampiric Touch coming out. Not going to be able to land it as he does get interrupted on it. Was that a blood of the enemy by Lucifer? Did he go blood just now? Or was that another trait? I think that was, you know what I think that was? I think that was Purification Protocol. He probably runs that as a off piece, you know, to get random procs of just random puffs of damage. That used to be really good back on the beta or back on PTR. I don't know how good it is now. Looney tried to save off the damage by the warrior by going for a Vampiric Embrace, getting a full dot, trying to go for Focused Azeroth Beam. Does he get interrupted on the channel or the cast of that beam? He's going to go for a Vampiric Touch since he does have opportunity to finally get a cast off on Lucifer. He gets one cast off or another either way. It's going to go for a bit of a greater fade. Does get to go into void form again, unless it just continued void form from earlier. Stun until Lucifer needs to get a dots up and running, and Shadow Winds are coming out. Doesn't have any defensives. I don't know what he tricking just now, but might have put himself in an unwinnable situation. As he's getting close to the execute range, no defensives available. Try to get a shield, and Lucifer does take him out. I think Looney had an interesting setup. I think you should have went with the Azeroth Beam a little bit earlier, because as soon as you get a pummel out of Lucifer, that's it. You can cast spells. You can actually get your cast off. Get some Mind Blasts in, get some other spells in, then go for a bit of CC. Azeroth Beam coming out for Mione as well. Mione? I want to call him Money. I call him Money. We call him Money. Doesn't make it easy. Invasion coming in for Money. Let's just try to get some damage onto Lucifer. With a Vendetta already parked a little bit early. Might have played his hand a little bit too early. It is actually going to go for a reset. Is that what you're going to do? Oh, no. Can't even land that. Cheap shot coming out. Caught a reset somehow. So you did catch a reset. Because he got that cheap shot off. Get a shot to fall into Lucifer. Doesn't have Vendetta anymore. Try to go for the Troll Racial. Is that going to be enough, however? Because Lucifer just got himself plenty of healing going. Money is going to have to go for a Vanish. Another cheap shot into a Go Road. This man fully DR'd Lucifer. Oh, Money. Does land a blind, however, onto... Would you trinket? That's the second guy that trinketed absolutely nothing. Money. Well, I always said I want to see more new people in these duels. So, you know what? Everybody gets a chance. Everybody gets a chance. Money, you got to come to these duels a lot more often, man. You got to come to these duels a lot more often. You'll figure out when you have to use a trinket. I'd rather take new people than same people or whatever. Yeah, we'll have a couple of people trinket and nothing. But you know what? Everybody gets a chance at least. Lucifer gonna go for the back-to-back stun. Gonna trick it out of the killer shot into a distant amount of Money. Not gonna let him do anything. This way he needs to get him close to the execute range. Let it charge. Money actually has nowhere to go, nowhere to do. It's gonna get slapped into an execute. And down he goes. Wolfie, Wallexi? Is it Alexa? Is it Alexa? But Walexa? Wallexi? Wall, I'm gonna call you Wall. Wall is gonna have to go for a bit of a fly up, as is gonna be reflected for Lucifer trying to get out of the rain, man. Wall does get some damage in, but actually a couple of those fell lances that got reflected procced out his trait where he won't be able to get the freebie damage. Cyclotronic staying on Lucifer for a little bit too long. Does get in rage regeneration. Does he go for a charge? No, actually, because he does get to break out of that imprison for a second. Does land one bloodthirst heal at least. Charge heal too. This is going to put him up in a better spot, but that's going to be Wall as a Demon Hunter, which is a hard matchup for a Warrior. Wall is just going to go into full Metamorphosis, getting out of that fear as Lucifer's just trying to run away. You can't outrun a Demon Hunter, however, probably the most mobile, most hyper-offensive spec in the game right now for PvP. The more damage they do, the more they heal, so it's just like, all you have to do is go hyper-offensive, never play defensive. and go for resets. Also, that hit and run playstyle does not make it any easier. We'll try to just finish off this. We're barely any health left. Does charge right through him. That's going to be literally, I think, an auto attack, or if not, a demon's bite to finish him off. Who's going to be up next on Team Katrigan, however? Who you guys got? Is it going to be Krista? They're moving for a bit. Well, oh, that's gonna be Krista. Christia. Is that Christina as a feral, but the paladin? Is that Christina by any chance? Is that Christina? I feel like that could be. Well, he is gonna fly up in the air immediately as soon as his wings out of Christia. Did not land the Hodge. It's gonna go for the Hodge. It's actually staying quite far away from the wall. It's not gonna go for. He doesn't have a trinket. I don't know why he stayed so far away from him. That's a couple auto attacks that you missed. Unless you're a two-handed class, you get quite a lot of damage. With those auto attacks, gonna break down that undulating tide straight from wall. That's gonna be darkness as the judgment coming in as well, fighting himself super low, trying to get himself some resources, staying in the darkness no matter what. Even getting stunned Christia from a distance does land the I-beam. That's gonna be executed sets for Christia. Could wait for that Shield Avengers to pop at wall. And that Shield Avengers might just end him. And it does. Oh my god. The classic Shield Avengers backfiring on ya. And Limp is up next. Limp and Liam versus Christia. Oh, it doesn't even give him an opportunity to go back to the side of the pillar. He's just going to hit him with a flat judgment. That's going to be a succubus CC. However, Chaos Bolt and Animalate to follow. Gonna be a stun onto Limp. He's going to wall this a little bit early as Christia does get the minute-long wings. Maybe that wall might have come out a little bit early, but that's going to be an Infernal coming down. Bubble for Christia. Just going to bubble and try to see if they can tunnel as much damage into Limp and Liam as they can. Limp, if you can land the Reflect on an upcoming Hodge, that would be cool, but I don't know if he'll be able to. Does land at least one Chaos Bolt. Needs to get any kind of damage going. Is getting proactive with that Cataclysm around the corner, but might as well, since he can't cast Chaos Bolts at Christia. I would just get a Rain of Fire, because in the next Chaos Bolt that you do set up, that your Infernal is giving the Soul Shards for, is going to be huge. Does land a come flag for a second. Try to land a Chaos Bolt. Does land one. That does quite a lot of damage. That next Chaos Bolt, though, is not going to be as good, because that Infernal is indisposed. Probably should have went for Reflect there, just so you could reflect to the Hodge. It's still going to land a horror effect on Christia. As I don't have any defenses anymore. That Chaos Bolt could end the whole career right now with an Immolate. Oh, that Shield of Venus coming out clutch. Does get mid-long wings coming in. Wings do not get to pop next to Limp and Liam as Christia does go for the blood of the enemy. I don't even know if it reached Limp. But Christia doesn't even have any bit of healing to do, but maybe they don't need healing, maybe they just need damage. Doesn't get hit in the stone, Limp and Liam could go down, trying to land a Chaos Bolt. Oh my god, Christia's still landing that X-Kit at the end. Didn't even need healing. Just go for the damage. There we go, boys. AMS coming in for an Ix immediately in case there is going to be a Hodge out of Christia, expecting it from a mile away. That's going to be Christia's full wings this time. Hodge on an Ix, he triggers out of it. Is going to interrupt Christia on a heal. With a Maledict to follow. Bob for Christia doesn't have a way to deal with it. And Nix does actually just go through the Bob. Just shreds right through it with all that magic damage. Alright, boys. Who's next? Is it going to be Dirks? I think it is going to be Dirks Bind up next. As an Outlaw Rogue versus Nix, he's going to get himself buffs rolling. And Nix is going to go for that Leech. Oh, Lichborn. Immediately, Dirks Bind shrinking out of the stun pretty early on into a disarmament to Nix. He still can build up his resources, however. He is doing quite a lot of frost damage to Dirks Bind through his Remorseless Winter. So at least it's a bit of damage. Cloaking Shot is coming in for Dirks Bind right now. Nix doesn't have anything following up. So I think Dirks Bind might have played his hand maybe a little bit too early. At least that's my gut feeling right now. It's going to go for Cyclotronic from afar away. Nix has no answer for it. Could go AMS in a little bit late. But he does burn the Death Pact right now, just to get himself a somewhat portion of health. He knows he's not going to be able to heal without the cell being gone, or without the debuff being gone. But at least he's going to have a set amount of health. And if he can wait out for Dark Pact to be gone, and he does do exactly that, he can now go for heals. Stun onto Dirks Bind as they get a parry up. He's actually going to bail away. He actually could get some healing off of the parried Rogue. That's going to be another Lichborn for Nix out of that stun. Immediately try to see if he can go for transfusion heals. 8 minutes and 24% dampening, and Nix is going to get hit with a gouge. As Lichborn tried to deny healing for Nix with a disarm to follow. Not going to let the melee do anything, and Nix having to go for a self heal with that Crucible heal. Dirks Bind is going to go for Crucible offensive damage, however. Doesn't need that heal yet. He's doing just fine in health. Nix, I feel like, could still recover. Blind to follow, not going to have a trinket for it, and Dirks is going to go for a bit of a reset here. But unless that damage over time Unless that disease lasted him forever. Hey, he did get the common cold. He did get the disease on him. That's going to be unlucky. Not going to be able to catch a full reset for quite a while. And couldn't quite get a stun. I don't know if you went for like a between the eyes or just a pistol shot. But it's going to be a full between the eyes. Nice trinkets out of it. Stun onto Dirksbine. It's going to send a Maledic at him. Dirksbine actually doesn't have any way to deal with a Maledic right now. No cloak. Does land advantage. Still has a dot on him. If Nax goes in the right direction, that's exactly what he's doing. He actually might still be able to find Dirksbine. No more AoE. Does catch him out before restealth. Gouge coming out. Forcing the same chicken out of Dirks. Did not get a grapple or not get a grip in there. Dirksbine, does he still have a dot on him, however? Hopefully Nax reset the dot. Is going to go for a bit of AoE. Dirksbine and he needs to get himself something. Transfusion coming out for Nax. Dirks is going to go for some damage. He does have AoE rolling. Dirks can still go down to the AoE. He does go down to the AoE. Nax took down that rogue with the Remorseless Winter. Oh my god. What build do you run? I need your Frost Death Knight build, guy. I need your Frost DK build. And I think Dumb wants to give him an honor duel. You let him get a Death Strike in at least. But Nax is gonna have to go from one to the other, dude. From the kitchen. What is it? From the kettle into from what is it? From skillet. What's it saying? Isn't it from the kitchen into the skillet or something rather? Something along those lines. Oh my god, he's just obliterating Dumb. Now he's doing dumb amount of damage, and Dumb's name is Dumb. Looks like Nax got the dumb damage right now, but it's going to be full wings out of the Paladin. Transfusion. Oh, it's going to be Destropad coming out with a transfusion. Oh, Nax trying to see if he can recover on health. Having to fight through that necrotic with Lichborn to follow. Does he have any kind of healing? Oh my god, he had so much damage on a Dumb. Out of nowhere. That was intense, dude. 2 kills. Lots of healing. Quite a lot of damage, too. That was amazing, dude. That death, that is insane. I love that, man. He's a goblin, too. He's a goblin, too. Oh, my God. Limpa and Liam, you got to keep that guy in your group, man. We got to keep that DK. All right, who else got a group, boys? Who else got a group? I'm going to try mixing you guys. Canny. Yep, we got to get Canny in. Canny's been waiting for so long. Let's get Canny versus... Got a group playing Judgment build. Cool. Let's get Atho for that Judgment build playstyle. Yo, Atha, if you want to go first to try to make that Judgment build work, you're more than welcome to. I think it would be worth. We can go against Canny. I'll get you guys in a bit, okay? Let somebody else has been waiting for a bit. We can get Gachkanizif on board. We can get Maklupi if he's on board. Crazy Catty if you guys got a group on board. Here we go. EU 87, 87, 88? 88. Dude, that was amazing. Get the death back into the chain. I want to see 1v5. Dang, I'll be down, dude. If they want to let the DK go first for a chance to play, I'll be okay with it. Hey, now, how are you? What's up, twins? How's it going? Why are your name is just nobody? Oh, my God. You know I have a trouble with names, right? At least you let me know. Yo, what's up? Hope you're having a good one. First day off work next Wednesday, so I got a while, but I'm playing 2 hours a day for now. Damn, AJ. Yeah, 2 hours a day is going to be rough leveling. But as soon as you get to the dungeons, dude, you got to boost. As soon as you get to that level 17 to run Dead Mines, trust me, 1 Dead Mines run is 1 level. So you get like, it all lasts an hour. So in 2 hours, you can run 2 of them if you're an efficient group. Get through 2 of them, 2 levels, the most amount of progress you can get in a single sitting. Trust me. How would you do more damage if it wasn't low on Master? It's crazy amount of 24% haste. Dude, haste can still let you cycle through a lot of abilities, man. Haste can still let you cycle through a lot of abilities. And in Mystic Glory DK days, dude, Unholy still slaps. I don't know what you're talking about. Unholy DK is still nuts. Alrighty, switch. We got ourselves Team Red with HH going up first. We got Exotic in the back. Smerald sitting in the back. Zer playing that Demonology some more. And we got Aragon cheating up his mock to play the Frost DK. And it's going to be Team Blue. Team Alliance with Adoran. We got Fort in the back. Riker chilling. Rimuru also chilling, and Athaman going to be the first man running, trying to go for the big Judgment build. So everybody in the Mother is going to know exactly what he's doing, exactly what he's playing. So maybe Athaman is going to try to juke us out on the Judgment build, taking a lot of damage in the opener with a Malus to follow. Atham might just have to pop a bubble right here. What is the damage by anti-air? Chickens out of it. Atham might just have to pop defenses early. That's going to be a hand of freedom trying to see if he can get around. That's going to be Blink for ATS. Double Blink doesn't get to keep casting the Greater Power with a double Blink. If you got that Greater Power off, that would have been a bubble or a dead for Atham. Might just have to bubble here. He actually might just have to bubble. He's dead. He's dead. Oh my god, Atho. Oh my god, the mage was taking it for a walk. I knew that mage had an advantage over Paladins, but never that much advantage. Oh my god, ATS is on a whole nother caliber. He's one of those EU mage gods, dude. What is this? Freezing Atherman in place, Hand of Freedom coming out. No, does he get it? He does steal it immediately, though. He's like, yoink. And it's gonna wait until after he can get him in a breath. Atherman also running adaptations. So I would think maybe with adaptation, he might be able to have a play around this. I think Ather needs to get stuns into ATS. A lot more stuns, man. He needs to get that CC early. Stop ATS from doing this much. Oh, trinkets out of it into a stun. Is gonna finally be able to get himself some resources rolling. Can he get himself some big setup here? Trying to go for the big judgment build, but that's going to be a polymorph into, oh my god, polymorph into Ring of Frost. Oh my god, no, Atherman actually just, he's just screwing without expectations. He just bailed out of there immediately. He does need to get on top of ATS. Does land a slow with it's a hand of hindrance with Blade of Justice. Is going to give ATS that hand of freedom, however. Hopefully it's not the hand of freedom that gives you extra movement speed, but it's going to be ATS just literally running out with a breath to the face. A polymorph follow. Going to get Atherman a full heal up, but that's going to be another greater pyro. I don't think Ather's going to play the Judgment build here against this guy at all. Oh, and a Ring of Frost. If ATS was a big setup, he could end him right here. All he has is a bop anyway. Oh my god, Ather dropping super low. And ATS does have cooldowns. Combustion coming out. Stun on ATS blocks it. Oh my god, Ather's still alive somehow. How does that happen? Missing a breath. Oh, he's so lucky. Has to go for flashlights immediately, dude. Oh man, I don't know. That Judgment playstyle might be the end of him, dude. I know he wanted to give it a go, but ATS is the worst man to be going up against worse for the Judgment playstyle. He's going to be freeze immediately. His ATS probably going to go for Polymer for all we know. Ather is going to go for Hand of Freedom. Steals it immediately. ATS looking to get up close. Breathe in his face again. Atherman just needs to watch out for this breast, man. Is going to get himself a bit more AoE. The more holy power Atherman gets to spend, the more beefed up the Judgment becomes. But I don't think that Judgment lasts there for too long. Does get a rebuke onto the polymorph. ATS doesn't want to cast fire damage into Ather. Trinkets out of the Hodge as Ather does get himself wings. And that might be an instant shield of vengeance as soon as he can get it. Maledict to follow. Ather trying to get up close. Is he going to go for the blood of the enemy? Is he going to try to go for big damage? That's actually a minute-long wing. Still staying on him as best as possible. Head of Freedom coming out is going to probably be stolen immediately. ATS does not steal it, but he does go for a bit of that. Oh, he does steal it, looks like, but he does go for a bit of Fire Blast, Wombo, combo. Atherman, man, he's just not having a good time doing this. Just not having fun with those breasts in the face and the polys and greater pyros. I feel for you, man. I feel for you. It's going to be Ring of Frost. No bubble for 3 minutes. Does Ather have him way out of this, man? Does he have a way out of this one? Greater Pyro's coming out with Pyro Blast chucking out at him back to back. Flash of Light does get him for a last second. Flash of Light in there. Hodge onto ATS. It's going to have to go just for Flash of Lights in his face. I would at this point just pop wings and start healing yourself as best possible. Still continue to go for as much AoE as he can. Trying to build a holy power whenever possible. We might just have to actually, he might have to wait for a bubble before he goes for burst. Continue to go for AoE. As much AoE as he can. And as much alpha. Oh, is he going to go try for big damage? Does Temporal. That is Temporal. Could go for Blood of the Enemy. Nope. He goes for minute-long wings instead. With Flash of Lights continue to keep himself afloat. Oh my god. Getting those Templars as much as he can. He might just have to wait for that bubble before he goes Blood of the Enemy. He might just have to. That's going to be a breath into a poly. He's going to be able to break out of the poly immediately. Does go for a bit of AoE. Shortest polymorph in the world. The greater power blast is going to connect. It's going to be a Hodge. Does it go for the big setup here? Could this be it? There's no block available. It's going to go for another flashlight. Still building up for a big judgment. Trying to make that thing work. Oh my god. That might be the worst setup here. Playing a paladin against the mage is already bad, but after having to delay his judgments with a big setup of damage, that is too hard, man. That's going to be Blade of Justice. Another polymorph. Oh, he's going to lose his buff, isn't he? Oh my god. Ring of Frost out of that polymorph. Does land that Greater Pyro. Is going to chuck out a second Greater Pyro. Try to get ahead of Atherman with a root. Hand of Freedom coming in. Does have himself caught or combustion rolling. Trying to blink around. Atherman does get himself a Shield of Vengeance at the perfect moment. That's going to be another blink for ATS. It's going to be Maledict too. It is going to be Maledict. Hodge coming down. Does Atherman have anything here? Trying to go for a setup. Has to pony out of there and has to go for a heal. Hoping that Maledict falls off very soon. Gonna choose to self-heal. I don't even know who to root for here. It looks like ATS is just in a rune to win, man. Does interrupt on fire. Atherman might be able to actually get some damage in onto ATS. Hand of Freedom to follow, gets stolen immediately. Has wings that he can go for. Blood of the Enemy missing! No! His Blood of the Enemy missed! It's not going to be able to go for the big judgment anymore. Still huge damage out of it. Oh my god! Turning this damage around onto ATS. Temporal, the good portion of it, but still a lot of damage going through. And Atherman just had to bail out of there for a second. That's going to be interrupt onto Athos' heal. That's going to be Ring of Frost to keep him low. No, it doesn't actually land an intro and interrupt onto the fire. Oh my god. Hodge onto ATS. Atherman get himself another set of wings. Another Judgment just bonk him. Maybe this way Atherman is just going to abandon the Judgment playstyle. ATS try to see if he can get a cast off. That's going to be Polymer from a distance. Getting Atherman the full reheal. I don't even know who I'm rooting for anymore here, boys. I really don't know. Atherman trying to get as much damage as he can while the bubble is up, trying to get through his shield of ATS. Does break through it, finally can do some damage to the health, but that's going to be a breath immediately. But it's not going to go for Polymer. If actually try to see if he can go for an Invis. Atherman is on top of him with a Temporal to fall. He can still get Cauterize out. That might be a hand of freedom either. Atherman might just have to wait just a little bit. That's going to be adaptation immediately into a second poly right afterwards, into a third poly. ATS is looking just to reset here, not looking to get any kind of combat. Does he have a breath to follow? He does have a breath, but no polys here. He's just having to walk away from Dragon's Breath. He might have DR'd Atherman in the worst way possible. It's going to be a Hodge with an Execution Sentence. Could maybe be a big judgment here as Atherman is continuing to get himself more AoEs. You could go for a big bonk here. Try to go for Execute. It's going to be Cauterize. Is ATS done right now? Oh my god. I don't even know, dude. That was rough to watch. Paladins are just CC'd by mages. Paladins are straight up wheelchair when a mage is in a room. Honestly. ATS had such a good run too, man. It's oh god. He's a little beefy boy. Literally. That's such a good run too, man. That could have been anyone's game. Oh my god, that's gotta be Xur getting himself a Demonic Tyrant rolling onto Atha, but Atha's gonna dodge all those things, line aside all the pets immediately. Might even just go for interrupt onto Demonic Tyrant even. Or just get a slow on that thing and keep running. Actually going to build a resource off this thing. This actually might be his duel where he might be able to go for Big Blood at any moment to Xur, because all those pets, he has all those pets to build resources off of. Xur sending down the Boscage Bombers on top of a stunned Atha, which does quite a lot of damage. Shield Avengers is going to keep him safe for a little bit longer. Try to get to that Feller, but that Feller dissipates at the last moment when Xur needed him. Try to even set up a Demonic Gateway. Is going to be able to bail out of there if he needs to, and it's going to go for it immediately. Try to get another set of gold. Dress Circus is actually having to cast those instead of having those as instant. Atherman trying to go for a big damage. Is he going to go for that big blood of the enemy to Xur? Is going to be Reflect right now with that Shadow Fury. Can't stop it. With it also wall on top of it. And after that was his 1 minute cooldown for wings. He could go for full wings right now. If he has the damage here, could go for a big one-shot onto Xur. Is he going to go for it? He could go for a big setup, or is he just trying to add them by trying to kind of keep the cooldowns rolling, keep the damage rolling maximum off of the Warlock, and then follow that big burst onto the next guy? It's hard to tell what he's going to do with this. Is ponying up. Hand of Hindrance onto Xur to slow him down. As his Xur is trying to recover with his pets, trying to see if he can land a fear. Does land it, but that adaptation is going to keep him afloat. Hodge coming in. Does Ather just want to end him without popping CDs? Does he just want to save that big full momentum setup? The biggest haymaker in the world for the next guy. Trying to get those temporals in. The Fell Lord does disrupt it for a second. That's going to be more damage coming in. Looks like Ather is just waiting out for the next guy. It is going to be Smurled. He could go for a big one-shot and obliterate Smurled. Executor Sentence. Does he go for Wings and Blood of the Enemy? Wings are up. Blood of the Enemy. Big judgment, dropped him down to half health in a global, and a bob to follow. Smurley Savage just run out of there. He actually went for a belf. He did belf off the heel, or the bob off of Athen. Is going to go for a bit of a disarm. Smurley's still not looking all that good, though. Having to go for a big enrage regen early, and the Athen is just trying to survive this as best possible. Still lots of damage on Smurl. That belf on a bop is insane. It's actually insane. And Athen's going to go for mid-long wings again, trying to see if he can get whatever bit of damage he can. Fear to fall, he can't break out of it. Smurl's going to get himself a charge shield. Execute available for Athen, he could go down. He does go down. Oh my god. That Judgment big burst is just too hard to set up sometimes, man. Especially when people know what's up. That is, I probably even shouldn't even call it. I probably shouldn't even say out loud what build he's going for. Athen should just surprise him with what kind of build he's going for. Just so nobody is like, aware ahead of time, you know what I mean? Insane, dude. Unfortunate coming in to take out a kill into Smurled with Aragon. Trying to show us that he can play Frost DK as well. As the Goblin Death Knight from earlier is going to get hit with a Root. Unfortunate is going to bail out of there to the other side of the platform immediately. It's going to be a long one here. Aragon not able to really build up his big setup if he is playing Icy Citadel as a trade. Did you just try to interrupt a Fist of Fury? What if you could interrupt a Fist of Fury? His Fist of Fury and you just like kick him? And it's like, ow, what the hell? like Rogue literally just kicks him in the side. Big burst onto Oregon with a touch of death too. He actually might be the death sentence for this man. Does get IBF rolling, super low in health. Fist of Fury locking him down, and now they can do nothing about it. Zodiac is the last man standing on Team Blue as a paladin, trying to see if he can make a play. That's gonna be Fortune bailing out to the other side of the pillar, catching him with fights as many as he can to make him to get this duel lasting just a little bit longer, where he can get some cooldown reduction going. You gotta wait out some of these CDs. Fist of Fury gotta be barraging Exotic every time. Look at that puny Shield of Vengeance at this high of dampening. That Shield of Vengeance does very little, because that shield does count as a heal. It counts as absorb. And Fortune is going to bail out of that for a second. Just trying to port around, dragon kicking around, even popping a Ring of Peace ahead of time just to zone out the Pala. And he's still going to get himself execute stun. The Trick gets out of that stun immediately. That's going to be a parry for Fortune. Cancels the Fist of Fury a little bit early. That's a big damage comes in by the Pala. Fortune actually, oh, look at that healthy. Could be an execute out of the Pala. No, he bails out of it just before he can land the execute. And the Paladin is still in the chase. I decided to go for a Mauto, but Fortune only have his images on him. The images on a lot of them go anything and do anything. Both of these two are going to go for a bit of a reheal. One of these two dies tonight. Is it going to be Zodiac or Fortune? Zodiac actually went to sleep for a second. He does get hit with the disarm. Does stun Fortune a little bit early. Does get middle long wings rolling. Can he do enough damage? It's going to be a blessing. I was going to say blessing of protection. But a bubble is what Zodiac decided to go for. He decided, you know what? I'm going to have blessing of protection later for this guy. I can just bubble this. Might have probably done in the other direction, because oh no, he's just gonna sit down. Is he just trying to go for food? I think he's trying to go for food. I think he's trying to go for mage food. I don't think he's actually just sitting down or laying down. I think he's just trying to go for mage food. Fortune from sitting in the back and vivifying himself to full. I think that's what he's trying to do. He does land the end cap onto Zodiac with a leg sweep. That's going to be a big rising sun kick, trying to get whatever damage he can follow with a big bite coming out. Fist of Fury to follow, but that's going to be another Shield of Vengeance. He's gonna pop, do some beefy damage back to Fortune in just a moment. Oh, no. Oh, he does pre-wall it though, however. He does pre-wall it. Trying to reduce the damage as best possible. And both of these two are just on the opposite sides of the platform, just self-healing themselves. Who's gonna win this one, dude? Who wins? I think, honestly, I think a Monk wins because of the mobility. Monks just can run forever. And that Ring of Peace. Oh my god, he actually got himself in such a good corner that Zodiac can't even stop him. He has to mount up. He has to get some resources like this in cap, and he's gonna go for a one. He's gonna go for that leg sweep or Fist of Fury at least. As soon as he sees wings out of Zodiac, however, he's gonna bail out. Was that full wings? That was full wings. That wasn't even minute long wings. So Zodiac got a lot of cooldowns rolling already. Unfortunately, he's gonna bail out. Doesn't want to deal with these, but that Hodge is gonna kind of catch him off guard. Zodiac is still gonna go for big chunky damage. Does he have a karma? He does have a karma. Could be a blessing protection out of the Paladin. That's exactly what's gonna be. Unfortunately, he's gonna go for that mobility, setting up a port if he needs to. It's gonna dragon kick across the room. And Exotic just doesn't have mobility to catch up. Still has wings. They'll be going away momentarily, as they did right now. That's going to be disarm ahead of time with a touch of death. Exotic does get himself minute-long wings. Zoen spawning for Fortune. Exotic needs to make a play right now. He needs to go for the kill right here. If he wants to make a chance at this, that's going to be a big touch of death to get him super low. Not enough, however. He's going to have to go for self-heal as well, or mage food. Yep, just mage food immediately. Forcing Fortune to poke out and just channel the lightning bolts at him. Again, another hand of freedom. That is exactly what Fortune was waiting for. Or that ring of peace. I said hand of freedom, but I meant to say ring of peace. Hands and rings of hands. Rings go in the hands. That was my confusion. Oh no, Exotic popping the Shield of Vengeance is the last bit of effort. That's gonna be bopping into Fortune. Doesn't do anything without buying go slamming it in his face. Oh no! He actually got so much healing and damage out of that one. Oh my god. That is incredible, dude. That was a huge touch of death or karma. No, I'm pretty sure that was a huge touch of death that got him super low. Because the Paladin Exotic never really hit into that karma. Made sure not to do it. I was so surprised I didn't die to the fire mage with my build, but I was heavily at a disadvantage. My stacks dropped like 3 times in a row. Also 115k judgment non-crit. Unlucky, dude. Oh no, Atho. But that's still a huge judgment, dude. What does it show up like for me? What does that judgment show up like for me? 56. It's except it have 5.974310 million DPS. I don't know how that works. At that much millions of DPS for me apparently. Oh man. Alrighty. Did I put that game on YouTube? I'll see, man. I'll look at the content. I'll look at the footage. See, I'll put it on the best ones, okay? I could have done so many things against Azeroth. It's okay, man. I can't just say, yeah, I'm not going to pull it up, boys. I'll look through all the footage, and I feel like if it's good footage, if I feel like it's something that's good to put on the channel, I feel like it's entertaining or worth a watch, then yeah, I'll put it up. It's not against you guys. It's just like, oh shit, I like this video. I think everybody else would enjoy it too, man. You know what I mean? Ready to go? All right, we got Liam here. We are ready, man. We're ready to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of gum. Oh my god. You dork. Did I already have Katchikan go versus Liam? Was that a... I think I already had Katchikan go versus Liam. Okay, we get Katchikan versus Limp and Liam. The boys back in here. Wait. Didn't work. My team does not want Katchikan. No! I already queued you guys. Ready here, got two new. Katchikan got two new people, man. Come on. It's original order. Let's go to end quick. We'll kill you guys against someone new after. How does that sound? I joined a group. I'm gonna suck. Yo. Are you Looney Tune, by the way, twins? Or whose group are you in? Are you Zully? Are you Zully? Like July, but with an X? Is that you? What the hell? That goddamn shield. I know, right? Yeah, the monk is so fast. They're so mobile for these duels. Monks and demon hunters are two of the most mobile classes in the game. Maybe like Pharaoh's is the third mobile class. Oh, like 3. I said rogues are up there to Julia. Okay, so that's not you then. You know, it's Zully. That's a different one then. Switch. What do we got? We got ourselves Dom on Team Baloo. Changing up his mog. I like this mog a lot. Holy crap. Look at that thing, dude. I like the purple. We got Katchik. No, we got Illidanes in here. Then we got Katchika. Then we got Lucifer. And we also got Zully. Playing that Shadow Priest on Team Red. We got us as Limp and Liam. Oh. I'm like checking out your crotch or your belt. Either way. How you doing, buddy? Hey. How you doing? Yes, I meant to hit on you. What's up? We got Looney in the back as well. We got Money coming back in with Nice playing that Frost. Swapped him out for the fish. Yeah, he did. And then we got Wall in the back. Looney. No, Limp and Liam is the first one up. Got his own report. He's going to go for a comp flag onto Dom off the bat with a Casbolt already. He's starting off strong, boys. He's starting off super strong. Landing that Immolate. And Dom is going to go for a bit of a setup. Hodge coming out. Limp and Liam is going to trick it out of his... Oh, Succubus CC. Force him to trick it out of Dumbo. So that's going to be tricking down for the Paladin. Dropping down the Infernal. Maybe we're going to see a defensive out of Bull. Dumbo pretty early on. Bull is going to go for a big damage here. As we see Limp and Liam also prepping himself for massive Chaos Bolts. Is going to land a fear onto Dom. But that's going to be a bubble. Popping that bubble a little bit literally. Limp and Liam trying to make his way over to the Warlock Gateway to maybe get himself some distance. And he does do that. Maybe he's going to go for a fear spam on a Dom. No, he went for a come flag instead. Double Chaos coming out. Lots of damage. Dom actually could be going down here. Cataclysm, and he does go down in the setup. That's the way you never bubble anything. Oh my god. That was just so much damage. And he kept it cool, dude. He kept it cool the whole time. I didn't even care. I was like, bubble? Okay, I'm just gonna mosey over to my gateway. Took the gateway. Got a big setup. And Zully is up next. Caster versus Caster. Letting him go for that otter duel. Limp and Liam not going to be able to go for that Cannibalize. But he does have a Warlock Hellstone, I'm pretty sure. Did he have to use it, that duel? It's hard to tell. I wasn't watching him. Undead Warlocks, dude, they're so good. Undead Warlocks. After Classic, I have no more respect for Undead Warlocks and Undead Rogues and Undead Mages. I gotta be honest, dude. With the limitations of like what race class combos you can have for certain classes in Classic, you really do enjoy some of the combos. That's gonna be a Succubus CC onto Zully's Eye Beam Meme Beam combo. That's gonna be Casbolt getting chucked out by Limp and Liam. With a Greater Fate. Actually, Limp and Liam doesn't have a way to interrupt those casts for Zully. Every time he gets a Greater Fate, that's going to be Malik, however, with a Shadow Fury trying to land it, but it's actually going to go for a Fear early. Shadow Mensa coming out. You realize that he's fully Malik. There's no point. Shadow Fury coming out for Limp and Liam instead. Does land then Incinerate. Zully actually has almost a setup onto Limp and Liam before he can get a Casbolt. Finally, a Warlock Hellstone coming out to keep himself afloat a little bit longer with the horror effect. Keeping Limp and Liam plenty of health. That's going to be tricking out of the fear, though. Zully still has dots on the Limp and Liam. If he can go for another Void Eruption, He might be in a good spot. He needs to go for CC onto the... Oh, he needs to dot up the pet, I think. He needs to get dots rolling. Silence on the Limp and Liam. Could be a pet CC out of this. Zelly does go for a Void Eruption here. Not even popping any defensives yet. That's going to be double... What was that? Oh my god. You know what I thought it was? I thought it was a Mind Blast. It might have been Mind Blast Prize, but I'm pretty sure that was Execute. It looks so similar. Looney's up next. Shadow versus Shadow. And Zelly is forced to go for a bit of a disperse. That's going to put him behind. But popping disperse this early. Stun onto Looney. Zelly needs to catch up on damage. Needs to get the resources rolling. And it's going to go for that Greater Fade themselves. Interfere onto Looney as they try to get himself the meme beam rolling. Looney's going to go for Greater Fade themselves as well. Zelly's going to go for Shadowmans immediately. Looney needs to go for some CC chains onto Zelly in order to score a kill here. Looney's definitely ahead. Zelly's going to go for a Vampiric Embrace. Trying to cycle through the cooldowns. Getting a silence onto Looney to stop the meme beam damage, but also stop any damage out of Looney. And Zelly is just kind of behind, gonna be behind definitely on some of the cities, trying to get the meme beam going, but that was a fear. Didn't stop the channel, only stopped the cast. So that's gonna be reset for that meme beam, and that's gonna do quite a lot of damage onto Looney right now. Looney trying to see if he can bail out. It's gonna go for disperse of his own. Zelly's gonna go for self heals immediately and try to get that mind here. I guess from a proc or something with Mind Blast to follow onto Looney. Stun at Zelly. Does Looney have any kind of big setups? Does he have a Vampiric Embrace here? Is he going to go for... I have to go for a Vampiric Embrace. I was meant to say, does he have Void Eruption to go for the big damage? Silence on Zelly. Void Eruption with Mind Flays. Doesn't have the big CC to follow up, though. He did kind of use this a little bit early. That's going to be Greater Fade by Zelly as they're going to go for a Silence into Looney. Looney recovered some health through the Disperse, but he still has Vampiric Embrace. Zelly should have Disperse coming up very, very soon. Might need it here, as I having to refresh a Mind Control into Looney. Not going to be able to use a Fear for a while, but at least keeping him at bay for a bit. Trying to keep him out in the open. That's going to go for the Disperse. Wait it out for a little bit with a Mind Control until the Disperse. Looney popping then Vampiric Embrace. He popped Vampiric Embrace at one point a little bit early, it looks like. So now both of these guys might actually be match for cooldowns. Zelly has a Trinket. Looney has a Disperse coming up in 30. Trinket in 30. So Looney can still come back. Trinket out of Zelly immediately out of that CC. And they want to go for CC back on Looney instead. That's going to be a fear to send him running in the opposite direction. Looney catches a few heals and a refresh on those dots with a Greater Fate to follow as Zelly does get himself Void Eruption. Trying to get around with an Azeroth beam. Getting him with a silence as I try to meme beam down Zelly. That's why most of their burst is coming down. Just trying to get the big damage in onto Zelly with a meme beam because a Shadow Priest isn't really a bursting class. Mind Control onto Zelly as I try to get a meme beam of their own. That's doing a little bit of damage to Looney, but he seems to be doing just fine. Zelly might just have to go for a stun or a silence into Looney and then go for the big damage. Maybe that might be the way to go. Looney is going to have to go for this disperse here. Zelly popping in a defensive of their own with a Vampiric Embrace, so they're going to be able to at least maintain their health a little bit. With a stun onto Zelly, might finally be able to go for the meme beam. Looks like silence is down, does land a stun, Mind Seer proc, does get a VT up and running. Focused Azure Beam coming down, doing lots of damage to Looney, just shredding right through him. But it's still not out of the fight as Looney does get himself also Vampiric Embrace. So it looks like it's a back and forth with Shadow Priest, man. They just don't do enough damage to one another. They just don't do enough damage. Like, Zelly has the execute, so they need it. They just can't create enough damage to make it happen yet. At least not yet. Oh my god. Fear onto Zelly with a Mind Control. Actually going to DR the Fear pretty hard. But Looney is, again, just trying to buy himself some time. Vampiric Embrace coming up very, very soon. Zelly has the Disperse if they need to. So Looney might go for a stun. He's going to go for a stun. Get the dots, get the damage, and get that Vampiric Embrace rolling. Got himself a Shadow Fiend. Stun, though. Needs to go for that Vampiric Embrace immediately. Maybe a silence on the Looney. Has Greater Fate if he needs to try to go for Azeroth Beam. Do they get any damage out? Barely has any health. Should have gone for a more defensive play, but Zelly is going to end up landing a kill. And Nyx is up next as a Frost DK versus Zelly. It let Zelly get a little bit of healing, though. Every time I say Zelly, it makes me think of Scully from X-Files. Is it just me? Every time I say Zelly, it makes me think of Scully. Literally from X-Files. Just me? Is that a boomer meme? Is that a boomer thing on me to say? Gonna be dispersed out of Zelly most likely very, very soon as AMS coming in for Nyx. Just trying to avoid the damage. And Zelly, again, yeah, there we go. Actually popping the Disperse and Greater Fate maybe a little bit too early. Cyclotronic to follow just to punish Zelly for even more damage. Silence on the Nyx. Should be able to do some damage to him. Nyx won't even be able to interrupt for a while. Why is Silence stun to follow is going to trick out of it. Has Lichborn if he ever needs to. I don't really know how Zelly can make it out of here as they do trick that stun from the Death Knight. Mind Control coming out. That might be the play here. Just Mind Control this DK and wait and play for time until you can get your Disperse, until you can get your Vampiric Embrace. Might just have to go for Vampiric Embrace super early here. Maybe with a Mindbender? Does get a Vampiric Embrace, get interrupted on it, might need to get the Mindbender rolling. No! I would have gotten that stuff done way early, man. If that's a Frost DK, they can still turn around on you. The next step is going to be Kachika. Next, getting that transfusion rolling. But a disarm is going to stop any of that healing. So Nyx is playing defensive. Trying to go for Chain of Ice spam onto Kachika. And Kachika barely takes any damage. Nyx had a really easy time versus Durgsbyron last time when it comes to just the raw Frost damage he was able to build up. We'll see if he's able to do that with Kachika, but nothing's gonna happen if Kachika is able to get this reflex back onto Nyx with his own stun. Kachika doesn't even need to run the stun, he just lets everybody else run the stuns onto themselves, run themselves into the ground. I don't know how NX is gonna do this. He is still maintaining. He is maintaining. I do want to see what kind of damage he can put out. And that's going to be, I'm pretty sure, Warlock Hellstone out of Limp and Liam just now. At 22% dampen, it looks like about right. Another transfusion. Does Kachika have a disarm for this one? He doesn't. It doesn't. Is Kachika fully offensive in this build, or does he go for like a very defensive build? That might be also a thing. Kachika might be playing very defensive build, so he's not able to deal super amount of damage all the time. Oh, that's going to be a reflect for that grip, it looks like. But that stun still follows through. Kachika didn't have a reflect for that one. Maybe he expected for a stun and then grip out of Nyx. Maybe? Because he could have delayed. Now he knows. So it's going to be gripped on a stun. So now he knows, wait, then reflect, then stun, but reflects back on the DK. Nice for this. Dude, he's actually just living. He's actually getting Kachika low. Kachika actually had to get far enough to get a charge heal in order to start recovering a little bit. And finally, the Bloodthirst are coming out. Nice. Popping that AMS. Don't really know if you can really do against Kachika with that AMS. That ended up being a little useless. Gonna be again another reflect on the grip, but still a stun available. Nox is gonna go, oh, Goblin Racial to get a gap closer to Kachika. Could go for a stun here if he wanted to. It's gonna be tricking out of here. Malak to Kachika has no reflect for this one. It's going to get a stun to Kachika and trick us out of it immediately, and Nyx is going to go for a bit of a Lichborn while Kachika goes for that Enrage regeneration, clapping out massive amounts of heals out of Nyx while also popping in cooldowns. He's getting into that rampage, getting himself into that full Enrage back to back to back. Is going to maybe even go for another charge heal with Nyx. Is he trying to get himself some distance? Most likely. Yeah, gets another one in. Nyx having to go for that death back too. Every time Kachika has Rampage, though, that's going to be huge damage, and Nyx is going to get close, really close to that death. That's going to be Transfusion for Nyx, burning through as much of that necrotic out health as he could into another disarm. Cyclotronic Blast trying to come out. Kachika landing a reflect on that thing. What happens when you pop your AMS, you Cyclotronic to reflect back on you while you MS? Does that Cyclotronic negate itself? Do you still burn through your AMS? I wonder. Nyx is going to be able to, though, maybe survive, maybe maintain. He's trying to spam those death strikes in. Lichborn coming out barely in that execute range, trying to maintain themselves as best as possible. Could go down anymore. Blaze from our cat. And he finally lands that kill. Took him a little bit of while as the Frost DK did not want to go down. Want to play out to the end of the game. Wally's going to be up next. And that's going to be a whole another challenge for Kachika. Demon Hunter has a massive advantage over Warrior, so it's going to be super rough with a Cyclotronic reflect that cycle back in, but Wally is going to be able to fly up in the air and get a couple of those fell lances back again. Does he have the line of sight? You told me that's not line of sight. Technically, yeah, it's right. Technically, that's true. Technically, there was a pixel right in front of you. Between those two, separated by literally a pixel. Wally's going to get into that Metamorphosis. Kachika try to see if he can get slows. He's going to go for a fear as the I-beam comes out. He needs to get away from Wally. Every time Wally has a stun and gets any freebie damage on the cat, that's going to be it, man. That's going to be just recovery for the Demon Hunter. Look at that stun. Look at that delayed dance. Look at those Annihilates just giving back all that health. And it's going to get even more resources to roll just to get even more blade dances, more Annihilates. Just so much damage coming out, and Kachika can't even heal through this. Gonna have to go for a charge. Enrage regeneration coming up very soon. Could go for a commanding shot right now. He's gonna go for a bit of damage of his own, actually. Try to see if he can land and execute onto Wally. Enrage regeneration coming in. Try to see if he can get himself a bit of, oh no, he turned it around, actually. Oh my god, turn around on a Demon Hunter. Now he's super low on health. Can he survive Money? Miani? We're gonna call him Money. Look at this man. Look at that face. This dude as his face says he likes money. Who doesn't like money? I like money. Money's a cool guy. Money's gonna hit with a disarm, however. Trinket coming out of the disarm. Commanding shot coming in for Kachkin. Trying to get himself a rampage. War Stomp. He's gonna go for an execute on the money right now. Evasion coming in at the last set of moment. Trying to get more damage to Kachkin with Vendetta. Kachkin leaping away. And I think he's done, man. Oh, charge. Almost got a heal, but a cheap shot comes out. Oh, no. And Kachkin goes down. Damn. Dude, look at the priests, man. Do you see these priests running around? Zali played really, really well, by the way. Let's go, boys. What's up, Revenge? Hey, my man. Hope you're having a good one, dude. How you liking Classic? Oh, boys. Oh, my God. My throat is fucking killing me now. I'm yelling so much in the mic, dude. I'm having a lot of fun, though. Oh, shit. Alrighty. Let me go in EU 89. Oh, it's a 90. We're the 90 boys who got a group. Canny got a group. We got Canyon versus Limp and Liam, I guess? Because Limp had to go against Kachkan twice now. I wanted to see. So this, please. Fair enough. Yo, boys, if you all want to check out Kachkan whenever he's streaming and you want to see his side of the stream, more welcome to pop in. Hit that follow over on Kachkan. Playing out some 5V5 1v1 duels. Give your boy some love, alrighty? Give your boy some love, alright? What's up, fam? What's up, Only Traps? How you doing, my dude? Hope you're having a good one. It was amazing. That's Kachkan right there. Follow him. Group ready, one, you people. Let's get Canny versus Atho again in a rematch. How does that sound? Mr. One Nax had to go. It's okay. We'll get Canny. And then we'll get some Atho versus Kachkan and Canny versus Limp and Liam. How does that sound? To get you guys viewing going against one. Please no. Not against Canny? No? Okay, hold on. You might have to click decline then. Ah, you guys said accept. Yeah, if you guys said decline, I would have had you guys go against Kachkan or something. Get you guys a bit of a mix up. Because Canny is ready. AJ's playing a Frost, however. And you got a couple of new people. You got Julie in there, dude. You got a variety of people. Athy, you don't have to tell them what kind of build you're going for, dude. You just surprise them. What level is your classic rogue? Spanky, my rogue is, I think, 23? What is the Kren? What did we end up on? I think we ended up on 23. We're at a point where we gotta grind out to level 24 through grinding mobs by the quest add-on that tells us we gotta grind. So we were just gonna run dead mines a couple times, see if we can get some XP, and maybe get enough level to run stockades, because we were almost level 24. Maybe run stockades once or twice at level 24. I think that would be cool. Give us a lot of XP from that, from all the mobs that we could kill. Or maybe also the gear that we get too. Actually, for that, that's okay with you too. Yeah, more than welcome to, man. If you're in Westfall, more than welcome to. We got a couple other guys leveling too, so. I want to heal or tank, whatever you want to do, man. Alrighty, boys. Switch. What do we got? We got HAS trying out the Frost DK. Well, Frost DK. Frost Mage this time. I like the change here, man. Welcome change. It's going up first, too. Exodiac as a red. We got Julia back as a Shadow Priest. Slayer in the back. Oh, that's a dope-ass mog. I gotta be honest. Oh, that's a cool mog. Can I borrow it? Dude. And we got Zer. We also got ourselves Addon in the back. Then we got to play last time. Atham and Chi. Oh, what's up? Little Chi. We got ourselves Riker and Remura going up first. Oh, Frost, Mage, dueling, and Arms Warrior? That's a weird one. We really don't see that ever. I was thinking of going back to Frost and Mage, by the way. I've been missing Frost a little bit. Like for PvE. Like dungeons and raids. I think it'd be kind of fun. Everybody's fire nowadays. Fire is cool, but I just need to compare and contrast my traits and stuff, man. Oh, Remura getting that Crucible. Look at the dot with Crucible. HH actually had to reshield himself. Remura getting the dot onto HH a little bit early. Trying to see if we can mount up to catch him, but it's going to be lots of freezes by ATH. Remura going to go for that the avatar to break out of that freeze. Let's go for Reflect onto ATH to get that slow. Stun onto ATH. The trick is out of it does still land the Warbreaker. Let's go for a leap onto ATH. Doesn't have a charge back. That's actually going to take the Blaze from behind the pillar. And ATH is going to drop down Blizzard on top of him. Not going to let him play if he is playing for a second wind. He's not going to let him play second wind. Rumor instead is gonna have to fight with a pet that's also gonna be pelting him with frost spells, and Blizzard gonna slow him down, not able to go anywhere. Frostbolt gonna catch him out in the open. Does get reflect, but it doesn't really do much. Rumor is still gonna be put up. Oh my god, this is the worst. Oh my god, lots of shatter damage out of ATS. Even letting that cone of cold slowing down Rumor. He can't go anywhere. He kills the pet, however. Does he go? Oh no. I was gonna say he killed the pet. Can he go for a victor rush? Because he killed the pet. I would have thought he might have gotten the one up from ATH. Maybe he had one, but he decided to go undecided. Oh man, that's arms for you. Alright, little Chim. Ah, that was a nice little bow, dude. That was a nice, teeny tiny little bow. Why does Chi look so cute as a gnome? I don't understand. It's like really tiny. Tiny and fierce. Oh, look at that face. Gonna be a leg sweep onto ATS. She's gonna go for images. Just gonna have to set that leg sweep. Could go for a double ice block. Doesn't have any way of self-healing except for a temporal. It's gonna drop down the frozen orb onto Chi as she's gonna bail the hell out of the dropping down Blizzard on one side, sending the pet on the other. She's gonna be able to get a lot of Chi out of this. Actually gonna incap the pet, blink for ATS, try to get a couple eye senses in there with a flurry. Big shatters, dropping Chi to about almost half his health with a Blizzard to follow off of that Fist of Fury, freezing him in place. Is gonna go for a Tiger's Lust, but that Tiger's Lust is disabling itself immediately. The touch of death coming out onto ATS. Might have to ice block this a little bit early as he does get to root Chi from afar away, and it's gonna try to see if he can drop down a bunch of shatters, a bunch of comments. She's gonna go for diffuse magic and wall, trying to reduce as much damage as he can. ATS barely took the damage out of that touch of death as the cell was dropping down lower and lower. Is gonna go for a bit of a temporal safety chicken, brocking out a little bit early, try to see if he can land a Blizzard in there. It's gonna drop down a Blizzard on top of Chi. At war, still super low on health. Ice block coming down. That's the second one if needed. He's got to recover in health really badly. He's going to get himself at least a shield. So I don't really know if he can go for a full recovery. Incap coming out for Chi. And ATH is going to go for a huge trinket for that. Has to go for food. He's going to have to heal up ASAP and then go attacking ATH. Mounting up. Wait. Mount kind of broke. Still is going to be able to get himself a dragon kick over there. ATH barely got himself any food. He's going to drop down Blizzard on top of Chi, however, to slow down the movement as best as possible so he can get his full setup in. That's actually very well done as she's going to get their images. Some of them are doing quite a bit of damage to ATH. Does get to blink and temporal off of this. Trying to see if he can land a polymer over to Chi. He does. Does he trinket out of it? Was that a trinket? Was that something that was a broken? Trying to see if he can invis out of it. Can he do it? Oh, he can't. Might have to be a second ice block here. Dropping down the frozen orb. Might be able to get some big damage with that frozen orb here. Still continue to slow Chi. And it's actually going to go for incap on the pet so the pet can't go for the freeze. Another blink for ATS is just trying to bail out of there. Oh, where does it go actually? Oh, that's going to be a ring of, or a cone of cold right as, or actually cone of cold came right before. Oh, no, ice block, no. What I was trying to say there, I was trying to say that he cone of colded Chi, but Chi got out of it immediately within like milliseconds of each other with a Tiger's Lust and kept trucking. That's hard, man. As a monk with how much recovery you have, maybe on a different map, ATH might have had a better setup. Like where a map where he doesn't have to be so close behind the pillars, right? Doesn't have to wait quite as long. Chi is actually going to get hit with a stun immediately with a siphon attacking him off the bat. And that's going to be Julie sending out a Crucible of Flame just to get an extra dot rolling with a Mindbender. Got a full setup, full dots. That's going to be Shadow Crash on top of Chi. And it's going to even go for a Vampiric Embrace while Void Eruption is rolling off. That's going to be massive touch of death. Chi still has a karma if he needs to. If he ever falls in a bad situation, big touch of death is going to come down on Julia. No, they actually go for a greater fade and actually were able to dodge the damage. Chi not wanting to use karma just yet. And that's going to be Julia trying to see if he can catch up to Chi. If you can actually get Chi fully dotted up and hit it with a mind control. Karma coming out a little bit early. Trinkets out of the fear as soon as he can. And Julia could go for maybe a defensive here. Nope, just going to set it down. It's going to be a leg sweep. Trinkets out of it, trying to see if he can get himself a mind control. Nope, going to be a stun onto Chi with a Vampiric Base. Touch of death. Does he go for damage? Silence onto Chi. That's still going to be a Siphon doing some damage there. That's going to be Shadow Crusher on the corner. Chi taking some of that damage. Is he going to poke out with a Siphon? No, going to heal. Julie's also going to get themselves a bunch of heals. I feel like Julie should have pushed in. That would have been a perfect opportunity to push in. Because she's going to go for a full reset now. And that's just going to make it harder for Julia to score a kill. Because she could just do that all day. But maybe Julia just needs to wait for some CC. Maybe catch a monk as they're trying to run up to him with a stun. Get some big damage in a single stun. Full setup, mind control after, and rot him down from afar. That's going to be diffuse magic immediately. Started to prepare for this damage. Gonna be a greater fate for Julia. Did juke out a kick out of Chi. So that's gonna be an ability for them to just go big damage. Stun to follow as Void Eruption is up. Siphon is down. Shadow Crash to follow. Silence on a Chi. Not able to go anywhere. With a Crucible rolling and a Mindbender attacking him. Can't do anything. That's gonna be Siphon. Still stopping the heals. Oh my god. That was amazing. Did you guys see that? You guys better have seen that. What was that? Oh my god. Julia just obliterated Chi. I'm sorry, Chi. You played so well. You played super well. Hodge coming down, and Atha's getting in. We don't even know what kind of build Athaman is running. I guess we need something to watch. Fear coming in. Athaman is going to be able to bust out of that Fear immediately with that adaptation. So for Julia, this is going to be really one of the hardest matches ever. Still played super well against Chi. Really waited out their cooldowns. That's going to be a greater fate. And Vampiric Brace, however, I think that might have been a bit of an overlap on cooldown. Stun onto Atho. Getting the Crucible with a Siphon to get an extra layer of slow silence onto Atho. He's actually going to be able to kill that Siphon pretty early on. That's going to be Shield of Vengeance popping in onto Julia. Hodge to follow. Has a Dispersive the need to Trinket coming up very, very soon. But Atho is not going to go for big damage. She's actually just going to go for a little bit of reset. Shadow Crash is getting dodged by Atho. He just runs behind the pillar. Is going to go for Flash of Lights immediately. That was Void Eruption for Julie. That was a lot of their cooldowns. But they can still wait. Greater Fate coming up soon. Trinket is up. Disperse is up. They have a lot to work with here. That's going to get a dot into Atha. Atha actually would try to get behind a little bit of that line of sight on the platform. Try to see if he can dodge the dots away from Julia. Shadow Crash coming down. Actually missed, I think, a little bit. Julia predicted he would jump down or something. Stun onto Atha. No adaptation to get him out of this one. Siphon around the corner. Does take out the Siphon immediately. Silence onto Atha. Atha kills the Siphon really, really quickly. Not to deal with this at all. Fear is going to be able to adapt. He's going to be able to adapt the Fear every single time, it feels like. Actually going to be able to adapt the Fear every single time. I guess if you can get that adaptation, that means Julie doesn't ever have to deal with Atho popping off his human racial to get out stuns. That's going to be chicken out of Julie. As I see Athaman trying to go for the big damage. We're not seeing blood in the enemy. Athaman's still taking a lot of damage. Baba coming out really early on. And Julie's just going to have to see if they can survive this a little bit longer. Blood of the enemy coming in for Atho. Big Judgment does a lot of... Oh my god, huge damage out of the Paladin. That's going to be greater fate by Julie. Try to see if they can survive. Do they get any kind of CC for Atho? Try to go or anything. My monitor just shut off. My main monitor just shut off. Okay, are they coming back on? Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if there's still a little bit of power outage stuff happening in the neighborhood. Oh, that was weird. My main monitor shut off for a second there. What happened? Athaman killed Julia? That's what I thought. Oh my god. It looks like there was a power flicker. Oh my god, I thought power went out again, boys. I would have been so sad. Zer, I don't have the Hurricane too. Damn, Zer is gonna have to deal with Atho here. That's gonna be another setup, and Atho actually has an easier time with these pets. If he is playing the Judgment playstyle, he's gonna be able to get a big setup. Atho, you just got out of the shower, you dropped this disgusting filth again. Atho gets a big damage, boys. He gets a huge damage. As a paladin, he'll just skirt that line between life and death for the longest. And in the end, he'll just bat. I don't really duel anymore, so I suck so bad. Julia! Twins, you did so goddamn good versus Chi. You beat a monk. I can't ask you for more. I don't ever see Shadow Priest beat a monk, so you did really well. Don't you beat yourself up over it. Don't you beat yourself up. You're lovely and you know it. This is going to be Zerd trying to drop himself. Another hand will go down. Trying to get a setup of his pets up and running. Trying to get the army rolling, but Atho has a different set of mind. Athaman could still be going for a big setup. It's only 1.5 minutes for the blood of the enemy, so you can still get the big setups. He has the pets to generate resources from. It's going to be Tyrant coming down. Hodge onto Zer. Is he going to go for big blood of the enemy? He's going to go for, I think, minute-long wings. Yep, not real wings, just a minute-long wings to get some damage cracking into the Warlock, and is going to bail out of that with a phony. Needs to start hitting that pet to maintain his stacks if he needs to. How many stacks can you even get out of it? Does go for random AoE. It doesn't go for enemy. We interrupting the Tyrant, not trying to stop Zer from cannibalizing over there. Who are you eating? Who are you wearing? Rumuru and Rumuru. Poor Rumuru. He's just like, help! I'm getting eaten, and a big Felk Lord is standing over me. Is Atha going to go for a setup? That's going to be a stun onto Atha. Breaks out with adaptation. Trying to get, again, more resources set up. Trying to get a big fat judgment set up for Zer. Is he going to go for the big wings? He has wings. If he has the big blood of the enemy, if he has the setup, no more CC available. Actually, last CC available for Zer. That might be the end of all the CC he has. Mounting up. Might have a big setup. That's going to be one last reflect for Xur. As a one last defense. Does Anthony even need to go for a big setup on the Xur? Or is he going to still do it? Try to get a... looks like he just wants to... It looks like he still just wants to set up the next setup for the big kill later. Maybe? Still has a pet to AoE from... Maybe he goes for a big setup. I think he just wants to take out Xur and use a burst on the next guy. Interrupt him when it fears Xur. I don't think has a chance here, man. No chance left. That's going to be another Paladin Exodia coming in. Does get a Hodge into Exodia. He doesn't trinket out of it. He just sits there. Athemin, is he going to go for a big setup here? Going to get himself a Shield of Vengeance and go for big damage like Zodiac. The fat blood of the enemy. Shield of Vengeance coming up a little bit early. Hodges, he gets himself wings. Does that have to break out of this? Actually, doesn't have a way. Didn't have adaptation for this. Still could go for a big blood of the enemy here if he wanted to. Big blood of the enemy coming out. Is that going to be huge damage? I think I might have missed. No, still damage coming out. Bomba coming in for Exotic as a last ditch effort. Athemin just had to bop it. No! Oh my god, I almost missed the big number too. Looks like he went for more of a less judgment build, but more of like a big Templar's Verdict, huge all in. Holy crap, boys. Flash of light for Exotic back to back because he does get hit with a silence. And Edorin, I didn't even realize he's playing Boomkin. How are they going to be able to do anything here? Forcing Exotic back behind that solar view. It's just like, oh my god. Lighting in this place. He's just so mesmerized by lighting. He's like, heal. Oh, well, look at the lights. I always wondered, like, silenced. Like, you technically silence from casting spell. Do characters in WoW cast a spell like lightning bolt, like LARPing? How does it work? That's actually going to be Adorin just like peekaboo, poking right in front of him, trying to get a new moon, half moon, full moon, dropping on him. Going to be a Hodge onto Adorin. Does Exotic have the big damage? Going to go for middle-long wings as a Barkskin comes in for Adorin. Does Adorin have enough damage here? Has a lot of resources ready. Lots of Star Surges can set up. That's going to be a full moon trying to come out. Exotic takes a number of damage, but not enough. That's going to be a Thorns for Adorin, but Exotic is going to be able to clap him out. And Riker's the last man standing on Team Blue. Gonna need to have to fight through Exotic. Trinket's coming out immediately. He's gonna have to go for slows on the Exotic. Beefing up the pet already. Spectre doing enough damage. Has a trap on one side. Try to see if he can kite Exotic through that trap maybe. Big reflect trap on the other. Oh, that's a big knockback trap. Putting him out in the open. With the hand of freedom to fall is gonna be a charge trap right after. Not gonna get slow with the hand of freedom. But Riker's trying to force him out in the open. Actually has to push up to him instead to get those kill commands. And that pet apparently does not know how to kill command without seeing its master just do a point. You can just be like, kill! And the pet does stuff. Oh, interrupted him on a cast. Actually, Zodiac is locking himself up. Bob coming out at the last second. Does he have enough damage to get to the Bob? Does he have... Oh, never mind. He doesn't even need to. And he's like, why? Why would you freeze me? Look at that. Look at that animation, dude. Oh, down he goes. I think Exotic even got himself a Vision of Perfection, too. I'm pretty sure he got himself Vision of Perfection at the last moment. That's another set of wings there. Bottom off onto Riker's pet as Slayern. I don't know why I had such a hard time saying the name. Slayer trying to even go for an Invis. Looks like the pet is not going to let him do anything though. Doc coming out with that murder close. Meteor coming in and Slayer just trying to one-shot Riker. Just trying to end the zone right then and there. Riker trying to go for maybe counter-offensive. No, actually going to go for a very CC heavy focus. With that freeze onto Slayer. And he doesn't have a trinket anymore. Don't know what else he could really do. Did he go for blood of the enemy too? It looked like his hands were in a position where he would have gone for blood of the enemy. Slayer and Riker does get himself a camo. Eyes coming in for Slayer. Needs to find the hunter immediately. The faster he can find them, the less healing Riker is going to be able to get. But also, he just got to stop letting Hunter find a position that he wants to be. Does hit him without silence though. Slayer can't cast a single spell. And Riker is going to try to see if he can juke out of here. A couple fire blasts trying to catch him. No pyres though. That's going to be a polymorph onto his pet. Riker is going to have to wait out a little bit longer. Does get a nice buff with the Harlan's dice. It's going to be Meteor on one side. Riker is going to land a freezing trap onto Slayer. He's going to maybe go for knockback trap to knock him over on the side of the platform so he can get some reach, some range. There's going to be a temporal coming in for Slayer. Maybe Riker's pet has the ability to purge buffs off of Slayer. As the murder crows are attacking and freezing the pet again. Repolymorphed Riker tried to go maybe for an interrupt, it looked like, and is trying to bail behind the pillar. Cannot really be out there by himself without the pet. It's a two-man team. Wombo Kama Slayer is close to the execute range. So a couple kill commands could be the answer him. One kill command coming in. That's probably going to be a cauterize. Does interrupt on fire too, so he can't even get some damage in. Has to sit in an ice block while he's just trying to recollect himself. Riker setting up traps ahead of time. Polymorph obviously coming in for a pet. What kind of pet is this? Trap is this? It's going to be a charge trap. Freezing trap to follow. Yeah, Slayer just doesn't have anything. But he's so close to Riker, he could land a breath. That's exactly what he's going to go for. Polymorph onto the pet. No, getting actually interrupted. Still has fire damage. He's going to go for a bit of Pyroblast. Pyroblast trying to get a Scorch up and running. Got to get him with a silence. And Riker does take him out with a nice Cobra shot. What well done. Well done, Team Blue. Everybody in Team Red left, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I want a 1v1 athlete? You want a 1v1? Come on. Twins. As a Shadow Priest versus a Red Pally, do you really want to 1v1 him? If you really want to do it, we'll do it. But I think it's going to be just the hardest, man. Just the hardest. No, again, not a crit. Oh, sorry, Atha. Well, if it crits you, it's going to be huge damage, I swear. When it crits, it's going to be insane. Alrighty, boys. 91. Who else we got in here? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, wrong. I said it wrong. I put a slash in there. In the title. 2 to go, and there's last of the night. Who did we just have? We had Atho versus Canny, right? Got 2. We're 4 out of 5. All right, Atho or Canny, whichever one of you gets ready first. I'll cue you guys against Katchikan. Kunya also knows as Alex in the beta wants to add them. Yeah, Dalaran hashtag 1340. Hold on, if I can find them. I'm pretty sure my B-Tech is full, but if I see Alex in here. I might have missed Alex, but that's also because last few days have been a bit tough for me, boys. Didn't get all sleep last night, so I'm looking for Alex. I'm not seeing Alex. Yeah, if Alex was to add me, hashtag 1340. Mother, welcome to him. Still same group ready? Alright, we'll get Katchika versus Atha, man. Atha, you don't have to tell anybody what kind of build you're running. You could go for like a healing build. But Atha, would you be fine dueling Julia? The Shadow Priest. Yes, I do. Okay. 1v1? Yeah, if you want to 1v1 him, I'll be okay with that. 4 out of 5, so sad. Liam, I'll queue you versus Canny. How does that sound? I'll queue you versus Canny when they get a group, huh? How does that sound? You Atho and Katcha can already have a group. Katcha is going to bed. I'll be fine with it. Okay, cool. Look at how Julia picked the arenas in. I feel like that would be fair because it's a priest. Come on, like it's a priest. 120k judgment non crit, 108 suppler crit. If crit, what if we just close the 2-shot, dude? I'm not gonna tell you what build you should run, so you could swap out on these boys if you wanna. It's up to you. Whatever you wanna do. One day though, we'll see a massive judgment. Could be this week, could be next week. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to tell you what build to play because everybody else is gonna know exactly what build you're gonna run and what to expect. You know what I mean? It's not that difficult to outplay full burst build like that. You know what I mean? You know exactly what to look for. So I'm just gonna keep it out in the air. I'm not gonna tell people exactly how you're gonna play. I'm just gonna keep wondering like everybody else. Then we got the biggest, we got the biggest arena ever. Tolveron used to be my very favorite arena in these 5v5s, but it's so huge. Like Pharaohs abuse these pillars so much in 1v1s. There's a couple other classes that can abuse this. Like being able to go from here to here. Any class that could do that, massive advantage. But we got ourselves Autist. I'm trying not to say the bad word here. Oh, I like a tabber, by the way. Autist, and we got Clemiscute, and we got Illidanes. Oh, what are you getting hit with a slow by Katchikan? With Katchikan in the Batman. With Katchikan beside Lucifer, and we got an Adarin on Team Cat, Chi, Riker, Rimuru, and Athaman. Athaman already taking quite a bit of damage as Illidane's already going for the metamorphosis. We got Athaman popping out his own eye for an eye with all these melees in the opposite team. Even Adarin went for that Feral. He can see that from a mile away. Trying to get himself a couple of casts before getting caught out by the Demon Hunter. Illidane's kind of backpedaling a little bit. He's just trying to figure out exactly what he wants to do with Atho. Landing the stun around the corners. Athoman is going to be able to adaptation out of it. You would think adaptation would break out of stuns immediately. It takes a second, dude. It actually takes a second. It's almost like a real, it functions almost like a real trinket, but I feel like it should be almost instant, you know what I mean? It should be faster than it has been right now. Illidan's trying to see if he can bail away from the chill event. He's trying to see if he can get it to pop. And he does get it to pop, but his health is super low. Trying to see if he can fly up in the air, pell down Atho, but Atho still doesn't have too much of damage. He can heal through this fairly well. He's not gaining health, but he's not losing health too heavily. Now it's going to be wings up and running against Illidan's with a tempo, trying to see if he can end him. Does end him. I think he ends him with an auto attack too at the end. Going to be a massive lead by Lucifer, not wasting any of our time. Minute in 30, and that's going to be Atho popping in another eye for an eye. Actually, we haven't seen eye for an eye in quite a while. So for him to be popping that against all these melees makes complete sense. But it's also, I feel like it's one cooldown that nobody ever expects out of Paladins. That's going to be blood of the enemy, but Atho, get in with a disarm though. Bubble in just to get some big damage. Huge damage onto Lucifer. He actually almost got two-shotted. He had to bubble just to get the big damage in, and down he goes. Oh my god, the judgment build is incredible. So much damage. He got disarmed, but he actually couldn't hit judgment. So he had to bubble. Oh my god, and now he gotta go against Awitist. Awi. You got this, Awi. I believe in you, my man. Awi from Stormscale. Taking already quite a beating from Atho in the opener. That's gonna be bubbled down, boys. He's not gonna have a cooldown until actually 2 minutes. He basically is just gonna have to wait until 2-minute mark with the full wings, because he might as well line up full wings, big setup, with a blood of the enemy, massive judgment damage. That's exactly what we are to expect from Atho. Looks like Clemens Cute is already setting up a port over there. Athoman is still trying to tussle with Awi. Just trying to keep him slowed, if anything. That mobility out of Demon Hunter to be able to always zoom over to your enemy is always going to keep him a little bit ahead. Athoman again rotating that eye for an eye. Doesn't eye for an eye still have a 30% reduction in physical damage for like a 10-second cooldown? Isn't it 10-second defensive? It is like 10 seconds, isn't it? It has to be. Oh, it's still big damage onto Awi though. Oh my god, what is this? What'd you clap him with? You clapped him up with something. That's going to be a spear hand strike by Clem, interrupting Athoman. He might just have to go for a bop here early. That's going to be Shield of Vengeance a little bit early. Might have to go for a big setup versus Clem. Has to hold that bop. Has to find... Oh, just going to go for a bop early, man. Just going to go for a bop and reset a little bit early. Versus Clem. Might as well. Clem tricketed something early, too. So Atho might just be able to get himself a big setup. He might just be able to get a guaranteed stun, full judgment burst build, touch of death coming down. Is Atho just gonna have to? Is Atho gonna be able to do anything against touch of death? That's gonna put him down super low. No bubble available. That's gonna be lots of damage, dropping him super low. Wings are coming out. Blood of the enemy. No, Hand of Freedom. He actually can't do anything against that karma. He has to heal himself when possible. No. Oh, the blood of the enemy. Big burst is completely disrupted. Clemens Q just ended up locking him out completely. What unlucky burst. I told you boys, it's like really easy to deal with it, you know what I mean? That burst is just really easy to overcome if you know what you're looking for. That's tough. And yeah, we got Monk versus Monk. That's right, Niang. We got ourselves a Monk versus Monk duel in capital Clem. It's gonna get leg swept. And that's gonna be Chi getting himself some small images up and running. They're small, but they still hit pretty hard. In cap onto Chi as they go for a Whirling Dragon Punch. Clem is catching up on a few heals with the Vivify. Gonna be a trick out of Chi immediately. It's gonna be poured out of Clem, and it's actually gonna be poured on the other side of the battlefield for Chi. Ring of Peace coming in for Clem, and she has to go all the way around. Gonna maybe went for a Ring of Peace on their own to boop Clem, and Clem is gonna take the opportunity as Chi is trying to go all the way around the pillar to just Dragon Kick to the next pillar. Chi catching up for a second. Fist of Fury doesn't really lock him out too bad. Chi is gonna get a root onto Clem as they try to roll away with a touch of death coming down. It's gonna pre-wall the touch of death. Fist of Fury locking him out, spinning, cranking to do whatever damage he can, bombing every defensive in the world with dampen harm. Big touch of death, dropping him fairly low. Still has a pretty amount of longevity into his cooldowns over as they try to Dragon Kick out of there or roll out of there. Gonna hit with an in-cap Fist of Fury, trying to take Chi away, trying to separate each other. No karma available for 5 seconds. Clem is still trying to survive as best possible. Gonna wait till the karma with that in-cap. Has the karma if they ever fall in a bad situation. Trying to see if he can get a root onto Chi. Karma coming out. Chi could go for a karma of their own if they wanted to. Gonna be a leg sweep onto Clem. They trinketed. And Chi's just gonna wait this out a little bit. Chi doesn't have a trinket anymore though. So Chi needs to karma this early. The earlier the better. Leg sweep coming in. Is Clem gonna be able to have enough damage? Doesn't look like they are. Fist of Furies are flying. Is gonna port as soon as they see that karma. And Chi is gonna try to see if he can bail on top of Clem. Doesn't look like Chi is running Ring of Peace, however. So they can't stop the heals from Clem as they're able to zone him out. That ring of peace is way too strong, but that's going to be Chi and Clem down on cooldowns. Chi has a cool trinket coming up in 30 seconds. That's going to be Incap as it's trying to roll out of the Chi. Is going to be able to land the opener. No, Fist of Fury actually locking him out on that with those parries. Dragon kick him back to Clem. Clem is going to roll out of it before the Fist of Furies connect. While available for Clem very soon. Clem is actually going to be short on cooldowns. No, Wall is coming out for Clem very, very soon too. As the dude get offensive rolling with Image's Cheese, just trying to get himself a little bit of a slow root coming in onto Clem. Maybe get himself a few heals. Doesn't have a lot of health to work with here. Might have to go for a defensive here. Maybe leg sweep wall coming out. But still Fist of Furies flying and down to go. Fired off by Fist of Furies. So many Furies, so many fists. Just obliterating them. Had cooldowns coming up very soon. Walled it. But getting locked down on that parry, you actually can't do anything unless you can incap him. Oh my god. Atho, how much damage you do to the guy? Your judgment hit him for 182k? Atho, I'm gonna save that dude. Boys. I gotta show you. Atho. I'll show on screen for the YouTube side. 182k holy crit with judgment. And then Tupper's verdict to follow up with 91. You chucked out more than 200k of their health in 2 globals. That should be illegal. Paladin should be illegal. It is illegal to play Paladin from now on. Riker is up next. Get a card on Lexi, but that's going to be Fist of Fury. He does have his pet next to him. Does he go for a pet sack? I would think he would. Healed by the pet coming out early. Does land a stun onto Clem, but Clem probably has a port out of here. Trying to see if he can roll back to Riker. Karma coming in a little early. Trying just to reverse any damage Riker has into this Karma trinkets out of that ring, out of the freezing trap. Next stun by Riker could set him up a pretty good kill right here, but before that he got to live through a Fist of Furies and the barrage of damage that Clem has, and Clem's going to bail out of it for a second. Got you a couple of Vivifys. That's just how monks play, man. The pit and run playstyle is incredible. Paladin should be illegal from Dalaran himself. I mean, have you seen that damage in just 2 globals? What other class does that? No, seriously, what other class does that? There's probably one, right? We could probably think of one. What about elemental shamans with blood of the enemy? Don't they do huge damage too? Can they just delete people with Sky Fury? Or is that old? Or that doesn't work anymore? I wonder. We don't see that anywhere. We don't see elemental shamans ever. Are they not good anymore? In duels, I wonder. Touch of Death onto Riker. Gonna get hit with the leg sweep. Touch of Death is still gonna take down on him. Does have a dire basilisk, but that slow bastard is way too slow. Clem, again, trying to go for a bit of a long game. He's gonna go for a Ring of Peace onto Riker. Running through a Ring of Peace to catch up. Decided, you know what? Better deal with Riker than the massive beasts approaching around the corner. Look at this guy. That's a hungry boy. Oh, Clem actually dropping super low. I didn't even realize it. Oh my god, so much damage out of Riker out of nowhere. What was that? Just a full beefed up crows or something? What was that damage? That couldn't have been pet damage, dude. That couldn't have been pet damage. That is incredible. Maybe he has like really good pet control. He doesn't use pet abilities like bite or claw or whatever it is until he needs the pets to do damage. Maybe he does that. Maybe he like waits it out. I don't even know. But Riker clapped out Clem. As Clem has been giving grief to everybody. Kachkin is last man standing on Team Red. Represent his team. That's going to be a freezing trap. He does have a reflect to deal with it. Charging to the pet. Riker is just in a world of hurt, knowing that Kachkin is just going to be able to charge off the pet and use that pet to steal health from. But the Riker is trying to put some pressure onto Kachkin. He is starting to take some damage worth of health. As he's just trying to make his way over to Riker. Eventually he'll be able to do it. Stun trinkets out of it immediately without adaptation. With a knockback trap, charges back to the pet. If he can't charge to Riker, just going to charge to the pet. And there you go. He's just going to start attacking the pet. Maybe he can get that pet close to execute range. And Riker continuing to pelt him from afar. That's going to be a reflect available for Cat in case Riker dropped down a freezing trap with a Blaze Storm. Again, just trying to immune himself from a freezing trap. And is going to try to stay away from Riker in case the freezing trap is going to be there. Trying to heal from the pet, even killing the pet eventually. And him without a pet is going to be huge disadvantage. Does catch a freezing trap, however. So for Riker, he actually might have a... Normally hunters have a really hard time with Kachkin playing like this. A really hard time. Riker trying to just continue to run, just trying to continue to chase, and it's gonna drop down the fat bastard, but that's gonna be a reflect on that dire Basilisk, trying to keep Kachika next to the Basilisk as he's just trying to get himself out of that fear. If Riker has a stun for Kachika right now, he could actually put him down in a really bad situation. Kachika try to avoid that Basilisk as best possible. He's gonna go for Enrage Regeneration right now. That's gonna be a full stun. The reflect is not gonna be able to cash in on big damage, and that Basilisk does get to do quite a lot of damage. Kachika still was able to get a huge heal out of Enrage Regen, and is looking to maybe hug the pillar for a bit, trying to get away from Riker. The pillars in this arena in particular, I'm not a huge fan. They're way too big in my opinion. Look at that. They're so huge. Look at that. Riker, while he's just trying to get to Kachika, it's just like super hard because it's just so much length. Oh, reflect onto Riker too. Kachika's... Whoa, how'd you see that? It's gonna get a stomp into Riker. Actually going for a cleave on both of them. That's why you put the pet next to Riker, killing the pet. Riker's gonna have to go for the pet. Someone has to burn that turtle shell. That's a defensive gone. And Kachikin is back to business, back to beating up on the poor old fox. And as long as he can get the reflect on that next freezing trap. He's tried to reflect it. He's tried to set it up. That was a knockback trap. So Riker is going to have a freezing trap immediately. That was a blade storm. Kachika back to him. The pet leap over on top of Riker. Disarming. I don't think you throw a trap on disarmed. Or maybe he might have thrown a trap and he's trying to kite Kachika through it. Stun onto Cat. He's trick inside of it. He just still hitting the pet. Is going to walk through a freezing trap. Breaks out of it somehow. Doesn't trinket it. Oh, he does trinket it maybe. He might have trinketed that actually. No, he must have. He must have. Because the trinket is on cooldown. It didn't say like a icon above his head with a trinket. But it might have been zoomed in a little bit. 12 minutes in, boys. 42% dampen. It's either going to be Cat or Riker, who continues to get the healing over time for his pet. That is important here. And that's going to be a freezing trap reflected. Riker is not going to be able to peel Kachika off. And it's still using Crucible of Flame offensively, trying to maintain the damage, trying to maintain the offensive pressure on Kachika. Double charge, however, for Kachika is going to maintain him healing, maintain him mobile. And Riker might just be executed here. Disarm to Riker as he gets the fat bastard, dire bastards rolling. That's going to be executed on Riker right here without a turtle shell. There's not a lot he can do. He had to turtle shell to get his pet up and running again. That's all you can. And Addon coming in as a feral doesn't even land a re-stealth onto Kachika. What are they going for? Are they trying to mess with Cat? Cat is going to go for a range regen, and Addon is trying to bail out of there. Kachika is going to be able to charge right at him. Thorns are coming up, going to be able to get a reflect, but actually decided to get himself a charge, bloodthirst, and keep running. He doesn't want to hit into that wall at all. Thorns are up, going to be able to wait out those thorns, wall coming up for Addon again. Looks like they're lagging a little bit. Big lead by Cat. Actually, Addon re-stealth, caught a re-stealth for a second, still landing that execute in there. What was that? And remember, last man standing as an arms warrior versus a fury. I don't know how an arms warrior is going to do, but it's going to be a warrior's death regardless. Dragon for these two. Kachika can get himself a small heal from Rimuru. Alrighty, boys. How does this sound? I think he's going to go for pillars. No pillars. They're just going to fight each other. Warrior's death. Rimuru, if he has like a disarm and a full setup against Kachika, he might be able to live long enough to maybe get him low. It does have advantage of 52% dampening. But Rimuru has 0 healing. Stun to Kachika early. Getting that Warbreaker up and running. Probably should have Warbreakered a little early. Going to be a disarm to Rimuru as he does get himself a self-heal and a damage Crucible onto Kachika. And he gets a big leap. Big leap back for Rimuru. Fear coming out, and Kachika is going to just Blaze Storm out of that slow. Rimuru did burn Avatar, so that's his huge cooldowns there. Might have to wait for the next Warbreaker. And Kachika is just going to go for a long game. Rimuru has himself second win, so that's going to be huge for the guy. First save for Cat. Rimuru actually, if he gets those disengages, he might actually be in a good spot. He's actually just going to let Kachika get a first aid in there. He's going to wait for him, be like, yo, Cat, as soon as you're ready, man, we're good. As soon as you're ready, we're good. I'm not chasing you. You're coming out when you're good. You're coming out in your room when you feel like it, okay, son? Don't do it because I want you to. Do it because you want to do it. Gonna be a double disarm. Kachika tricking out of the disarm. Doesn't want to sit it. Gonna be feared by Rimuru. Zerka Rage for Kachika as he gets a rampage rolling. Gonna be a blaze by Rimuru. Might need to go for that eye by the sword really early on. Doesn't have a lot of health left. Needs to go for that episode. Short stun. And Kachika snagging that execute and that war stomp. Not even like a full 2 seconds of a stun, and he does go down. Oh my god. There's so many back and forths there, dude. Holy crap. Holy crap, dude. Feral came in for the auto to get slapped by the warrior rep. Poor guy. Poor Feral. Alrighty, boys. That was fun. If you don't have any groups, I would like to 1v1 Atha. Dude, so many people want to 1v1 Atha. Alright, Julie, if you're ready to 1v1 him, man, you're more than welcome to. Let me know. Get a +1 at whisper me in real ID and let me know. Atha, get ready for some 1v1s, dude. People want you. People want your head. People want your head. I'm not asking you to get some ribbons and tie it around your neck so that they can have something, you know, already pre-decorated, but it is for a taunt maybe. Any other person though? Do you have anybody on Real ID, or can anybody invite Julia to their group in order to get this 1v1 going between Julia and Atham? Miss Death, is he playing Classic? I think a lot of people are playing Classic Nang. Like Dead, I think so. Dead stopped playing when Season 3 came out because he didn't like how many PvE trinkets and stuff you needed for PvP. And when they don't really need any, like you can still roll well as a survival hunter with a maledict. PvE gear can help, sure, if you know get like really high mythic plus mythic level gear. But I think if you just PvP, you can still get decent gear. And you have to give up a little bit too early. Don't pay big for your head? No. Not me. But everybody else. I'm ATS. I can help with the need though, 1v1. Yo, Julia is... Oh, okay. Yo, ATS, if you want to do a... start a group in LFG, call it like a Dalaran 1v1 Duels or something. Like 5v5 1v1 Duels, but take out the 5v5. Julie, if you want to look for a group in custom, just look for 1v1. You should be able to find a group with ATS from Twisting Nether. Thanks for the duels, got enough content, and make sure you check your B tag again for Alex. He will send you one. Okay. See if we can find Alex. Twins. You didn't have me. What? You did remove me? You remove me? Don't do that. Don't do that. I have you added. Oh, did I miss Alex? Alcazar. Oh, well, Alcazar? I like that guy. I got Alcazar. We haven't seen that guy in a while. He probably playing Classic too, dude. Damn. Yeah, boys. Everybody's playing Classic, man. It's gonna be like that for a week or two. Maybe a month, maybe forever. We'll have to wait and see. It all depends how long you think Classic is gonna last. Swarley, let's get Swarley in here. I don't know why I don't have that beautiful son of a bitch added. Alex. I didn't see Alex. You guys see Alex? I'm having a hard time seeing right now. I've been so tired, dude, all day. Got Julia. Standing ready. Alrighty. Alrighty, boys. This is gonna be the big one. Best out of 3, right? Canny and Athoman. Canny, can you ask Julia what arena they want to play? Because they are a Shadow Priest. Okay? I do want them to choose. Julia or me? Julia is. Do you want to 1v1 too? Do you want to 1v1 him as well? Oi. Yeah, we'll do a best out of 3. We could probably do you and Julia as well. We'll do Julia first. And then we could do you after. How does that sound? Let you pap and that's no problem. Yeah, it's been a hard couple of days, and I got very little sleep last night. So it's really hard for me to explain just how excited I am to get these duels going. I actually do want to do more stuff on the channel. Like I really do want to do more. I want to stream longer than normal. I want to stream my raids. I do want to do a lot of more of that shit. But just today I'm just so fucking exhausted. I can barely keep my eyes open. But I'm letting you guys know I do want to do it. Okay, jump, land, start. I got 3 different builds: judge build, self-heal build, and normal. After it's up to you whichever one you want to play, man. I'll let it be all up to you. Surprise your enemy, dude. Surprise your foe. Canny versus Atho, man. If you just go, that's fine. I didn't say I needed to go. Did I say I needed to go, Canny? I said I'm gonna get you in. I'm just fucking tired. If I said I needed to go, I'd say I needed to go. You're gonna play Atho and you're gonna like it. Still waiting for the 1v1 Arms Warrior? Yo, who do you want to 1v1, Rimuro? Who would you want to 1v1? It gotta be a class that I think you might actually have like a chance against, you know what I mean? I'm not saying you're bad at the class. First of all, not what I'm saying. But Arms Warriors is pretty poo-poo in duels. Let's be honest here. So it has to be a class that you can actually like, compete against. There's not a lot of those. Arms just has a hardest time of all the classes in a pure 1v1. In a group setting, you're beautiful. Fury has a heal. Arms doesn't. That's literally all it comes down to. And even if you go for like second wind, like classes can counter it super easy. So you have to go, I think, for like impending victory or some shit, but you lose your stun. I think you have to go for, or you have to go like healing items or something. That's about all you can do. I'm just letting you know, man. If you get some healing trinkets and you could join these duels, I won't blame you for it. I'll actually be like, yes, please, because Arms needs some help in 1v1s. Alrighty, boys. Switch. I don't think I even need to do the switch thing, because I just did the jump thing. Alright, it's gonna be Julia. Julia. Playing that Shadow Priest versus our boy Ather, man. Versus Ather, and I'm like, you know what? I need to 1v1 this guy. I need to 1v1 him. I can make Shadow Priest work. Best out of 3 for those two. Gonna be Julia starting up with the stun opener for Ather. Atherman does have adaptation. Atherman actually playing what looks like a he has a couple of builds. A standard build, heal build, and big judgment burst build. So he's going to surprise the enemy. Julia popping the greater fate a little bit early, expecting for Ather to get offensive, but Ather's just going to go and attack the Mindbender, get himself some resources. He's going to have to heal through the dots, and Julia's just going to have to wait this out. Does have a trinket that just sends a Typhoon at him. The more trinkets of those you have for a Shadow Priest, I think the better your dot damage is going to be. Just because extra procs from your dots almost count as dots yourself. Going to be a Siphon. Atherman is going to clap the thing out immediately. A Shadow Crash comes down right next to him. Julia's going to send him flying away with a fear. That's going to be excellent adaptation for Atherman. Landing a Hodge into Julia, but they break out of it. Stun to fall into Ather. As Julia's trying to ramp up quite a bit of damage with the Void Eruption. That's going to be Ather popping in full wings as the silence comes out. And Julia's going to be able to get a greater fate just to run away from Ather for just a bit with a Shadow Crash around the corner, which she walks into mind control onto Ather. Does actually land the mind control to control his wings, not letting this man play the game at all. Ather does have plenty of health, but at least a good portion of his wings is just going to get control. What a good angle for Julia to catch him on that MC, and Ather, all he can do is just break out of it with a bubble. In that situation, and Julia's going to go for another Void Eruption with a Siphon. Shadow Crash into Ather is going to get a second set of wings with a minute-long wings. Julia is going to go rotate here in this fight, in this approach. Is going to go for a Vampiric Embrace, but also has to go for a Disperse here, as Ather does land a Hodge into Julia. And Atherman so far has been unkillable. Pretty sure Ather is playing his heal build. His self-heal build, where he has so many moments of just self-heals happening. He got the Pally heals, but also he got a Trinket that also gets him to heal every second. He got himself the Trident from COS, which gets him a shield from time to time. Big blood of the enemy, I think, still coming out for Atherman, maybe. Maybe he got himself a different setup. Is that... No, he doesn't have blood. That's it has to be Purification Protocol, right? It has to be Purification Protocol procs. Julia missing the Shadow Crash by a hair. Silence of the Ather. Not going to let him hit a Hodge. Siphon does get kicked out pretty quickly. That's going to be... Did Ather go for a Hodge just now? He actually might have missed that Hodge. That's going to be Rebuke getting missed, as Julia did have Greater Fate available. And Julia does have Void Eruption rolling right now. Shadowmans are going to be there for free with a stun to Ather, getting another Shadow Crash with a Mindbender. And Ather is going to go for Flashlights back to back. And so will Julia go for a bit of heal with a Mind Blast from afar, trying to redot Ather, but also trying to stay away. Ather so far has been very much unstoppable. Julia is running out of cooldowns here. Has a trinket of the neutral. Shield Avenge is going to keep Atherman afloat with a full minute-long set of wings. Huge damage onto Julia. Shadow Crash coming out around the side. Julia doesn't have dispersion for this one. Mind Control trying to come out, but that's all they had. And down they go. Very unlucky, but Atherman takes the first one. Ather, I hope he does change up his playstyle a little bit. I'm really hoping the Shadow Priest does win the best out of 3 here. Alrighty, boys. On to the next one. Julia, I want you to select the map. What map would you want? You get the choice here. Hey, what's up? I'll hit him. Can I want somebody? Yeah, who do you want to 1v1? Who would you want to? Warlock? Prazak, come on. Do you think you can 1v1 a, what, Demonology Warlock? That's Peds damage, dude. That's a lot. Or Destro Warlock? I think that's going to be hard. Want to join and need a group? Yo, King. Who do you want to 1v1, dude? What class you play? I'll be Judgment or Normal. Okay, so Julia, you know he's going to be either the big burst build or the regular build. So at least he's not going to be the same build he just beat you in. Anyone can I 1v1? Yo, boys. If somebody wants to 1v1, you're more than welcome to him. Is that Vision of Perfection proc on the wings all the time? I don't think Atherman ran it, but if you do get Vision of Perfection for wings, it procs quite a lot. I think it is actually one of the top tier traits for paladins, if I'm not wrong. Let me go. I think Blood Mallet, yeah. Blood Mallet, yeah, let's go Hero Damage. I feel like Hero Damage is a nicer UI. Let me check. We got ourselves Essence, Retribution. Top tier. Even at rank 1, it's top tier. That's huge. Random sets of wings because it also gives you that 100% crit with your Templars or AoE. Like the proc is out of control, it gives so much for it. Does it actually? I don't know if it procs a lot, but I don't know if it procs a lot. Maybe like a rank 2 it procs a lot. But even at rank 1, the fact that it can proc and reduce the cooldown of your wings, it's insanely huge. What's up, Rio? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. I can't tell what's good for... Let me go to Icy Veins. I'm pretty sure it's also insanely good for Holy Palace. New builds for Path of Exile. Oh, Blight. I never played Path of Exile. Is it fun? Player leveling Charlie via phone. What? No! You have phones, right? You have phones, right? No way! No way! This guy is playing WoW Classic on a goddamn phone. No, it has to be like a phone connects to PC or something, right? It has to. It has to be a phone that connects to PC, right? It has to. Stone form. Oh my god. Oh, he's gonna die! Don't die! Oh, he got himself shielded. Heal! Oh! Huge! What a star! Okay. Holy essences. For rating and for Mythic Plus. Yeah, it's insane for Paladins. Wings. Can Prots get it? I think so, right? Protection, Paladin, what do you use? Lackluster. Give us a sec. Alright, Kenny. I'll wait for you, my man. I'll wait for you. He may have survived, but he died inside from playing on the phone. True. True. I think it's kind of cool that he's trying it, man. That's already going to be a world record of leveling to WoW on the phone. Let's Edge Dollar? Alrighty. Sounds good, Kenny. Sounds good, my dude. Atham and Canny. Did one of you guys go offline just now? Canny is on. Athaman went offline. Wait, is Atha still there? Did Atha IDC'd? Okay, we're gonna wait for Atha. Hopefully Athaman comes back, man. Both know everyone would play it on phone if it came out. Heck, I would even. Yo, if they actually made Classic WoW on phone, yeah, like RuneScape on mobile, yeah? It's like, it's still, you should still play it on PC. It's still better played on PC. But if you want to play just for fun, if you have nothing else to do on your phone on like a long trip, it's going to be kind of wonky, but you can still do it. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Alright, Mickey, what's up? He just got online. Hopefully it doesn't bug him out or anything. Kind of weird saying that so many people at once. But I'm doing, with that I am going, kind of weird saying to so many people that I'm so at once, that I'm going to be a woman. What? Hello? I'm not going to be a guy in a few years. Hey, Rio Blades, do whatever you want to do with your life, man. Whatever makes you happy. Just remember, whatever you do with your life, that's a big decision. Just know it, and you're gonna have to take it head on. If you're real. I don't really know. It's 2019, I can't take anybody seriously. But if you are serious, don't mind my unserious attitude. Whatever you want to do with your life, do your thing. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't gotta explain it to nobody. Gonna be Athaman versus Julia. Julia's gonna go for what kind of different setup? They actually are gonna go for different talents with Mindbender. They requested Blades Edge Arena too. Do they run a stun? They might not run a stun. They might be all silence. Maybe they're on for a long silence or maybe mind bomb. They could run any. We don't know what they're gonna run. We're gonna have to wait and see. Julia is gonna play an adaptation to deal with a Hodge of Athos. He's actually setting himself up as best possible. Athos doesn't play in a big judgment build or a normal build. We're gonna have to wait and see how that works out. That's gonna be a stun. Oh, no, they do it on stun. Although, why doesn't stun show up? Apparently, that stun broke out. Did that stun break, or did it go for mind control? It looked like that stun broke him out of adaptation. Right? And he got a Hodge onto Julie, and Julie was able to break out of it immediately. Or was that a mind control? That might have been a mind control just to get that adaptation early out of Atha. It's gonna go for Vampiric or Void Eruption with the Crucible, dropping down the Shadow Crash, trying to get a mind control around the corner. Athaman just dipping behind the wall, not letting that happen with a bit of line of sight as Julia trying to get more damage into Atha. Actually casting Mind Blast to the face, and it's gonna go for a Vampiric Embrace. Do they just sit here? They actually have a stun on them, but it's DR'd. Oh, it isn't DR'd actually. It was a full stun, just no adaptation available. Stun onto Atha to follow. Maybe they get enough damage with another Shadow Crash. Get in a couple of procs here and there. Get himself a shield, but that's going to be a Shield of Vengeance for Atha. Does Julia get their MC off? No, Rebuke does not come out for Atha. That's going to be Void Empiric Eruption or Void Eruption again for Julia, and they go for a Disperse. Maybe a little bit early, maybe at the right time, but that's a minute-long cooldown for Atha. Won't be able to use that for a minute. But did force out a huge cooldown out of Julia though. To train the Minilog CDs for a 1.5 minutes AD, I think. On Disperse is actually not the worst. How's Julia gonna do this, man? That's a great of fate. Try to bail away from Atho. Does land the fear before the adaptation gets the trigger. Missing that Shadow Crash a little, but still getting the resources out of it regardless. That's gonna be a Void Eruption. Getting to do some big damage to Atho. Doing quite a number of chunky damage. Dropping into about half his health. That's still going to be a Mind Blast trying to get out into a silence of the Atha. You might just hit a bubble. There's lots of damage out of Julia. But very little cooldowns left. Try to go for a bit of a massive spell. Still trying to land it. No, Rebuke coming down for Atha. Just had to wait him out a little bit. And Atha didn't even go for big cooldowns either. He just kind of waited out for a little bit of tiptoes here. But with the setup with the arena, actually it's a perfect setup for Julia, because what's Atha going to do? Run around the corner? Julia's always going to be able to get a cast ahead and see abilities from a mile apart. That's going to be a great of fate to try to deal with a bit of damage for Atha. Big damage for Atha. Blood of the enemy. Huge setup. Big judgment of Julia. Big jumper stone onto Atha. Does he have anything? No bubble available. And Julia trying to go for a bit of not panic. Julia trying not to panic. Atha been eating that Shadow Crash to the face. Julia barely any health left. Disperse available very, very soon. Does Atha get to do the big damage? Sphere coming out. Disperse comes in the end. And Atha still wants to cop out some damage into Julia. Trying to go for more of that execute damage. Atha has himself Shield of Vengeance. Might want to use it super early. Silence on Atha. Doesn't get to use Shield of Vengeance. Shadow Crush around the corner. Does Julia get to use the damage here? That's going to be Vampiric Embrace. Trying to embrace the vampirism as best possible with a great effect. Maybe a mind control onto Atha. Trying not to get interrupted on it. Oh, huge Shield of Vengeance proccing onto Julia. Gets out of the Hodge immediately. No! No! My god, it is so much damage. Holy crap, best out of 3. Julia! I don't think there's anything a Shadow Priest can do. I don't think there's a lot of Shadow Priest can do against a Paladin. Too much healing, too much damage whenever he needs it. This game sucks. I'm sorry, Julia. I'm sorry. Shadow Priests are not... They're good in 1v1s versus certain classes, but not every class. We need Darthly to be back. And dude, Darthly needs to come back. Does anybody have Darthly on Real ID? If Darthly can come back and duel Athaman, then we could see how like a max gladiator like rank 1 Shadow Priest does work. Give Shadow Burst? I know, right? You would think that Vampiric Embrace or just stronger dots, stronger anything for Shadow. 90% health, 10% health balanced. Yeah. Paladins are nuts. Alrighty. ATS, do you want to go next versus Atha? Fire Mage versus Pala. It's up to you, my guy. It's up to you. We can get you right back in there, man. Love you, thank you, man. Let's appreciate it, man. Gonna 1v1 MSG. Zoom, I'll be down, man. I'll be down. Maybe like another day. Maybe another time. Actually, let me do the duel for ATS versus Atha, best out of 3. And I'll see how I'm feeling, alright? Let's go. Athaman is ready. Yo, Cammy, as soon as you're ready, man. If you need yourself a +1. If that's not a problem, 1v1, go for it, man. If you got a +1, I'm down. If I can use 2 abilities and give me 10% and I don't even have burst. I know, right? I know. It sucks. I don't think I feel about Outlaw, dude. A lot of people look at me Outlaw, huh, why don't you play Assassination? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be... Some classes are a hard counter, Julian. Some classes are 100% hard counter twins. There's very little you can do about it. Maybe like certain... I'm thinking traits or trinkets might be able to help. Cyclotronic, maybe? If you had a Cyclone's burst, maybe going for a laser beam with yeah, maybe going Blazer. Not Grand Arena for me unless Atha chooses. I was gonna random Candy. Would you be down for random? It's literally randomized arenas. Yo, so place in your groups. If somebody's starting a group king, you're more than welcome to join one. We're doing 1v1s right now though. We do kind of 1v1 Prasek. He's an arms warrior. What do you play SL? What tune are you thinking of 1v1 him as? If you're playing something that's gonna beat an arms warrior, super easy. I don't mind which map. Sure, random. Okay, we're gonna do Candy versus Atha random. Randomize for those two. Yeah, let's bring Destro versus Arms. Wait, Destro Warlock versus Arms Warrior? You actually want to deal with that? I feel like Arms Warrior falls apart to Destro really easily. And how about notice shamans are absent? What's up with that? Usually JT, we got plenty of shamans. Psycho isn't on, but also Tasty is not on. Usually we have an elemental shaman here and there, but I guess not tonight. Lots of people are playing Classic, however, so a lot of those shaman mains are probably enjoying Classic right now, dude. I don't blame them. Blizzard learns load from the past in vanilla. It makes hybrid classes more of a support class instead of the silly burst stuff, healing defenses. I don't think they're gonna go that far, but they might start working towards that direction where maybe like a Red Pally could technically heal a dungeon if he gets the right talent builds, you know what I mean? Like, imagine healing an M+, if nobody takes avoidable damage and you're a Red Pally healing your group. I think that'd be fucking cool. Like, I think they'll always have like a reason for healers, tanks, and DPS to be there because they're gonna balance the game, I think, around Mythic Pluses at this point, aren't they? Or Mythic raids and stuff. It might be a possibility, but we'll see the future. The future is bright, however, is what I feel. Alright, it's gonna be our boy ATS Fire Mage versus Atha so far. Atha is literally unstoppable. Can anybody get a best out of 3 onto Atha? So far, dude, that damage from Judgment. We got like 3 builds for Atha. He's either going to go for a big Judgment build, normal build, or a big self-heal build. We'll see how he plays. It looks like he does have the hammer weapon, so he might be going for the big Judgment build here. Versus ATH might be a bit tough. And ATH looks like he's going to go for the normal blink to get out of stuns immediately. So he never has to sit in stuns. Getting a run to Atha, Hand of Freedom coming out. Doesn't steal it, but he's going to try to see if he can get himself a Meteor. Atha does get to dodge it. Fire Blast needs to come out for ATH. He's doing so far pretty good on health. That's going to be a Maldic over at Atha. He's trying to get himself behind the pillar. Does let himself a bit behind the pillar. ATH is still trying to... Quiz! Having too much fun. You distracted me. It distracts me a little bit. You're not ruining the duel. But it does make me think the rumor is getting CC'd. Oh no. Makes me want to look over what's going on. Gonna be ATH popping in that big combustion anthem and popping in the big defensive for Shield of Vengeance. Gonna be a blink out of ATH, trying to get away from the Shield of Vengeance ASAP. And Athens gonna go for big blood of the enemy. Well, looks like maybe blood of the enemy coming down. Big burst of the ATH. She's trying to get some big damage. Big Tempest verdict back to back. ATH doesn't really have a lot of health. Temporal coming out. Might be able to get the cauterize. No, so he does get cauterized before he comes up. Oh my god, ATH already his big defensive is gone. Oh, he has his ice block. He doesn't have any more ways to self-heal. That's going to be maybe a big old 1-0. Great bug or KO by Atha. Oh my god, that's so big a damage. That Judgment build is huge. No one can stop this guy. Oh, that's going to be a wings again for Atha with a minute long wings, but it's going to be Poly. Bubbles out of it. He doesn't even care. ATH get himself a small shield. Maybe he might be able to get a blink shield. Try to see if he can catch him miss. I don't think he can do anything here, man. He caught him miss. Atha picking up the ice. He doesn't have anything to catch him. Does hit him with a Judgment in the back with an execute after. Doesn't make it happen though. It just got himself a small shield. Couple pyros over at Atha. Maybe a breath. Does land a breath with a temporal. Doesn't have health though. And down he goes. Oh my god. Can anybody beat Atha? Oh my god. Best out of 3 and Atha takes that one as well. That was a normal build. Oh my god. If that is your normal build, that is still insane. 100k subs soon, Pog. Yo, Jasper, we're getting up there, man. The channel's been growing for a very, very long while. I've been super happy to see that. That sounds a lot of fun. I play like 2 hybrids and they could fill the role over here and do some damage. Yeah, I honestly think I really like the talent trees from back in vanilla, where you didn't really have a specific spec. You could put talents into a spec and you became like, you know, put a lot of talents into Affliction. You're an Affliction Warlock. But it's still cool that you could do like half and half or whatever. Oh my god, let us play now. I gotta give him another go, dude. It's gotta be a best out of 3 SL. It has to be a best out of 3. How much damage does that crit do? Holy shit. I don't know. He hits it with the blood of the enemy. It's a guaranteed crit too. So it's 25% more damage. And it's 100% crit. So, and it swings with 20% damage and whatever trinkets he's got. Oh, to beat Athos so bad, dude. If you guys can give it a chance. Alright, Candy, we get him back in, man. Best out of 3. You have a chance to come back. You have a chance to come back. What about Prop Pala? I was big and killed 1v4. What about Prop Pala? I was big and killed 1v4. So late in the game, nobody attacked me. I just kept flags and nobody go attack me. Prop Pally? Man. I wouldn't mind doing more tanks in these duels and stuff. It's just really, really difficult to balance, however. Very difficult balance. Spec will come back for sure. They will regret their current talent so much compared to vanilla WoW. But we will see at BlizzCon. I'm excited about BlizzCon this year. Oh yeah, so am I. I'm excited to see what kind of announcements they're going to have. I cannot wait for them to give us more about Diablo Immortal, that's for sure. You guys excited for Diablo Immortal? Wait, did ATS not take the queue? Might have requeue. ATS is not there. Crap. Maybe he'll come back. If you're awake, Dal, after this, leave me 1v1 him. Zoom, you want to try? Chi versus Atha? Oh, there's ATS. He's back in. Let's see if ATS changed strategy, Andy. He went for a blink build. And he just got... Oh my god, Atha just clapped him up, dude. That was so much damage, and that's just a normal build. Paladin's damage output is crazy. I'm not saying they're overpowered. I don't want to say Paladin's overpowered, because they're not. They're just really, really, really strong. And they heal really, really, really well. They're not overpowered, however. Oh, ATS already getting a nice sizzle into Atha. Already getting that flame blast, fire blast. Do you even know my name? Dalaran, come on, what are you doing? Breath onto Atha, trinkets out of it immediately with that adaptation. That's gonna be another freeze into Atha. Maybe Hand of Freedom? He's just trying to, look like he's just trying to get some setup. He's just throwing that judgment in. I think he's playing the normal build. No, he's playing the self. Oh no, he might be playing the normal build here. I don't think he's playing judgment build unless he's trying to trick us out. And ATS is going to drop a massive meteor on the guy. After he's going to bail out of there as Pyroblasts are connecting. But ATS is going to have to wait this out a little bit. Making sure to keep himself insta-casting to get any kind of healing he needs to recover. Pretty sure Athos is playing the normal build here. Unless he's a big judgment blood of the enemy. Actually, I got to just see if he's throwing judgments ever. If he doesn't throw judgments, yeah, against this playstyle with the greater Pyroblast for ATS, that might be a judgment build, the worst thing to do. Worst build to go for. Maledic onto Atho as well. Bubbles out a little bit early. That's a huge defensive out of Atho, and didn't really feel confident with the damage ATS puts out. And you guys talk about how overpowered Pallies are, but look at the damage ATS puts out. And that CC, Greater Poly, Greater Pyro, Ring of Frost, Greater Pyro. And Atho is basically in that execute range, man. ATS should just pop combustion if Atho doesn't have anything. And he doesn't have a bubble this time. He might just be screwed. It could be anyone's game at this point. Breath into Atho as ATS. Oh no, adaptation. He keeps forgetting about it. He's not going to be able to get a Greater Pyroblast off. But let's go for the big setup. Does land the meteor. Kind of, I think it clips Athoman by a hair. Might have clipped him by a hair. Athoman popping him wings. He's going to go for the big damage. No, actually going to go for the full wings, actually. Trying to get a flash of light in ATS's face. I'm not really sure what he was going for. Looks like he's playing the normal build. Did he mean to pop wings there? Somebody tells me I think he didn't mean to pop wings. Or maybe he's just setting up for the next Shield of Vengeance here. Oh, the Ring of Frost does not connect properly. ATS is getting interrupted on fire. Popping Ice Block a little bit early, maybe. But he did get bubble out of Athoman, so Atho only got Shield of Vengeance. So ATS, I think, can't afford to pop a defensive against Atho like that. That's going to be 1 minute wings coming out. Blood of the enemy. Judgment. That's going to be huge templars. Not the biggest damage ever, but Atho still got himself huge numbers in regardless. Another polymorph coming out to Atho. No adaptation to break him out of that one. That's going to be Greater Power Blast. Hopefully Ring of Frost as well for ATH. Doesn't have it. It's going to get a Meteor. That's going to be Shield Avengers. Burn through Shield Avengers super quickly. And that is a full shield. That's not even dampened shield at all. ATH popping that Temporal, and Ather is going to bail behind the pillar and flash to let himself ASAP. ATH might just have to go for food. But he's just in such a position to win. He just needs to get adaptation again out of Ather, and he might just do it. Might just be able to win this. There's no bubble for Ather, just puts him in such a bad spot. Polymorph is going to get that adaptation immediately, re-polymorph it, but that's going to be stunned out of Ather. Expect the poly. He has a second between those polys in order to get some sort of damage out. That's going to be another poly by ATH. Again, maybe he's just trying to go for a poly him out completely. Ooh, got a Fire Blast set up. Just had to go for maybe some damage. Just to wait him out again. Won't be able to poly for a while. Breath might have been used a little bit too early. That's going to be Ather popping in middle long wings, trying to see if he can crack through its exterior. That is ATH, but that's going to be Temporal. It's going to allow him plenty of healing. Ather trying to heal through that damper, through the Maledict, but it's going to be Ring of Frost. Why is low? Actually, that might be the answer. Atherman right here. I think ATH might just have him. Is that going to be a big combustion right here? Fireball combustion coming out. Does he get Temporal in? Huge damage. Is he going to do a huge blink breath? And that might be the Fireball to end it all. Torch coming down by Ather, but a Pyroblast ends him. 1 win for ATH into that duel. He did it versus Ather in the best out of 3. The next one is going to be it, boys. Let's go. I like it. Very well done, ATH. Let's do one more, boys. Let's do one more. Outside of Diablo Immortal, are you excited about anything else this year besides WoW? No. Besides WoW and Diablo Immortal, that's it. Dang. I don't care about Hearthstone. I used to watch StarCraft, not anymore. I like competition. Heroes of the Storm, like, is that even a game? Like, there's a lot of. What else is there? Overwatch, I don't care. I'm sorry. There's a lot of games with Heroes of the Storm that I don't know. I guess they're fun to mess around on, but I never really got super into them. You know what I mean? Like, all about that. Wow. Hey, how's it going, Christia? Did you try to add me on Real ID? I'm Alex. Hey, that makes it easy. Battletech friend. Bam. Perfect. Added. Watching you. You better show up in my chat. There you go. Beautiful. Alrighty, Canny and Ather, let me know when you guys are ready. Canny and Ather, man. It's gonna be the last one, boys. The last one, best out of 3. I'm ready whenever Ather is. Cue us. Gotcha. Ather, let me know when you're good. What's your CR? I got a video coming up tomorrow on some of the arenas that I've done earlier, man. I've been pushing arenas kind of I've been pushing arenas casually. I've been playing with people in LFG while playing arenas, getting my cabs done and recording videos on it. I haven't actually pushed so far this season. I've just been getting my cabs done while also trying to improve left and right, little by little. They released the Dutch Overwatch here. Oh my god, the voice sounds so cringe. And listen to it. I swear only Dutch think their own language would be cringe. Wait, is that the Evil Genius guy? I thought it was kind of cool. Unless there was another one that besides the Evil Genius. I thought the Evil Genius was pretty cool. I got the most Pog toys. Yeah, I saw it right there, all the toys. But I gave his there, I can't tag him. Okay, FFS, let me take down per second after this one, please. Yo, SL, I'll see how I'm feeling after this one, man. I want to see a tank versus the DPS. Oh, that game is going to be a long one, Miles. It's cool, but his voice sounds man. Ah, okay, I feel ya. Sigma's cringe. I thought it was a cool idea. I like the abilities he has. I don't care about like the voice, the history and the lore behind Overwatch heroes, to be honest, right? Like they said, the soldier 76 likes dudes. I'm like, I could care less. What kind of abilities does he have? That's just how I feel, man. I could care less. Anyway. That's cool if you care about it. I just think there's a lot more to a character than just who he likes. What kind of people he likes. You know what I mean? But I like Sigma for the abilities he has. I don't care about that story. I don't care about the lore. There's not a lot of... I like Genji. I like the idea of like something happened to me is robotic now. It makes it like Terminator shit. You know what I mean? Alright, it's gonna be back to the duels. I feel like it distracted too much. Gonna be another poly, and now they're actually gonna get hit with a meteor. What kind of ability are you running this time? Are you running the big judgment build? I think he's throwing out judgments a lot, so we don't really know. Blood of the enemy coming out already. Whoa, he's just going off for big damage already versus ATS. Is that going to be still wings, still trying to make it happen? Not going to be able to go for the big setup with Blood of the enemy. That's going to be a little bit of a self-heal. Mally onto Atha with an ice block. ATS popping ice block really early. Athaman still has a bubble. So for ATS might be a little bit too early to call here. That's going to be a ring. Trying to get the bubble out of Atha. Might just be a bubble here. Yep, was instantly a bubble. Didn't even want to see what happened with that Greater Pyro. Wanted to let the Greater Pyro make its way there. And is going to bail the hell out. Genji, what are you, some kind of weird person? I kind of like the idea of a man being reconstructed bionically. I think that's pretty cool. I just think it's kind of dope. And then here's a brother thing, and I have a brother too. So it's just like, kind of sort of related, but not really. I don't know. As you can tell, I pay attention a lot to Genji. I know everything about his lore. I don't know, I just like the fact that he's kind of bionic and shit. Robocop, exactly. That's exactly it. In anime, I do like mech anime. So maybe there's something that has to do with that too. Something mech based. You would think I would like Hammond. Atherman. Atho, how's it going? I feel like I keep distracting myself and talking to the chat. I'm not even paying attention to what's going on in the duels half the time. ATH, how are you doing? We got a trinket on ATH for 17 seconds. No ice block for a while. Polymorph to Atherman and no adaptation to deal with it. That's going to be great. A Pyroblast by ATS, however. Huge damage. Willinger Frost doesn't quite land the ring. High at once. That's going to be flashing lights for Athaman. Still going to eat a second. Greater Pyro. That's actually going to freeze himself at the last second. Oh, another one rolling up, and it's going to get a Shield of Vengeance rolling. That Shield of Vengeance popping up a little bit early. So that was a really good set of defenses. But without a bubble, he actually might be in a really bad spot. ATS tried to go for a bit of food. Tried to lure Athaman in for sure. Tried to breath him into a Polymorph. At least that's what I'm expecting here. Gonna turn around just a second. You better do it now before that adaptation. Nope, adaptation is gonna be up. So ATS needs to bail out of there. It's gonna get a trinket for that for the Hodge. Double poly into Atho. As it's popping off the full wings, actually. That's full wings. Third poly, and ATS is going to drop down to meet you, and the guy might get to find a way to kite around him. Is going to get a freeze. Maybe take that hand of freedom as soon as he can. Maybe yoink it. Nope. Just going to let Athaman do the damage. Athaman trying to go for a big set of blink for ATS. Trying to get away from Athaman. Trying to survive the blood of the enemy. Temporal to follow just to disrupt the burst with a mallet to turn the damage run back onto Atho. Atho has an option to heal. Or to try to mount up, and that's gonna be... Wait, did ATS run past him? Or did he invis him mount up? What the... Looked like Ather run right at him and just... right past the guy. What is going on? Hodge onto ATS. Atherman trying to get himself a full set of wings with a minute wings. And ATS is gonna freeze him in place. Hand of freedom coming out. Could steal it if he wants to. Should probably steal it with that hand of hindrance. Hindering him. Nope. Gonna go for a polymorph. Is this where ATS is gonna go for Greater Pyro? Athaman out of a Shield of Vengeance, out of a bubble, missing that ring of frost. And Atha does get to live another day. ATS tried to get the hell out of there as far as he can and snack himself some food. Run mission games are awesome. What's up, Scott? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Haven't seen you in a while, my man. Hope you're having a beautiful afternoon that's not filled with hurricanes like my morning was. YouTube channel, make a compilation where I one-shot people. Go for it, SL. Yeah, if you want to do it, boys. If y'all want to get into YouTube videos, it's super fun. I don't really get to talk to a lot of people that make videos besides like Tickle. So, yeah. Gonna be a stone onto ATH by Athaman with the breath to follow. Polymorph. Adaptation is going to get put out. This is where ATS again needs to go for a long game. That's a minute 25, however, left on the bubble with a Shield of Vengeance available for Athos. So you could Shield of Vengeance himself in between burst. 4 minutes in, this game is definitely going to go into pretty high dampening with these two. As they're just trying to see who can win the best out of three. Is Athaman still going to be dominating, or can ATS dethrone the boy? That's a minute left on a bubble. That's going to be a big defensive for Atho. And he'll be able to leverage it as immunity. He can even pop a bubble and then continue with a burst. ATS trying to see if he can let a Greater Pyroblast, maybe a Ring of Frost onto Atho. And Ring of Frost, does he path him? It does, but it's like in a certain angle. We don't even see it. With a Maldic to follow, does get a Shield of Vengeance, popping through it very quickly. That's going to be a lot of Pyroblast coming out as ATS does burn himself huge damage. But that Hand of Hindrance is going to hinder him. Literally. Atherman waiting now for the Maledict to be able to get himself flash a ladder to. ATS looks like he doesn't have a way to blink and interrupt him. They might just have to go for another setup. That's going to be Atherman surviving that burst. Gonna have adaptation for this poly. Could go for a stun here on ATS maybe. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Going to be Meteor and it's going to be mount up. ATS trying to see if he can just freeze Aether. Might just need to yoink the Sand of Freedom out of here. No, going to go for an Invis. So now, with a bubble, and Atherman still has full wings and everything. All ATS so far I feel like he's been able to do is outlast Atherman. But with dampening, Atherman is going to have a harder time healing. ATS is less about healing. So maybe now, I might have a real situation on the hands. Because so far it's been like a back and forth around ATS's polymorphs and breaths. That's like he's almost hard to kiss up the beard and the mustache. I think that might have helped a little here and there. Breath onto Aether with a polymorph to follow. Does he get the big damage though? Is he going to go for it? Yeah, going to go for greater power buzz. Better not be blinking a little bit early. Ring of Frost doesn't land. He does land it. Bubble might come out. No, I think Aether might not bubble this. Does get a couple power blasts and fire blasts in. Trying to blink around. Does actually lock him out. Scorch is coming in. I don't think he has enough mobility to catch up behind Aether. The pillar is a little bit too large and Aether is going to be able to get himself flashlights back to back. If maybe ATS was able to land a Maledict onto Atherman afterwards. After locking him out. That might have been huge. To stop Atherman from healing. He could have just kept running at him, beelining around the pillar, but it's not going to happen. So Atherman survived that opener. Atherman needs to eventually make a play. Around those breath polymers, he can do very little. Hodge coming on to ATS, has Ice Block if he needs to, and Ather's going to go for Execution. It's going to be an Ice Block for ATS, and Aether full burst is just kind of gone right now. Can't really do anything about it. That's going to be ATS literally just wasted our time. Wait until you can get another breath, another poly, back-to-back combo. Trying to get a couple fire blasts into Atherman as a Hand of Freedom comes out. Breath to follow with the polymorph right after. Greater fire blast is all he needs. Is he going to be able to land it? I think he might be able to. Ring of Frost, does he land? No! Atherman actually walks right out of it by a hair. Was able to deny it, but it's still going to be a greater pyroblast ball just rolling down the hill at the guy. And he's waiting for ATS to get a blink teleport or something. Blink interrupt. Man, I'm getting hungry. This has been going on for 8 whole straight minutes. 20% dampener. Could be anyone's game. Atherman is just building up some resources here and there. So they continue to flash the light. I feel like eventually, I want to say Aether loses because part of the playstyle is the fact that he can reset and heal. And eventually he's just not going to be able to heal at all. Hodge onto ATS. Blink onto Aether. Gonna repolymorph him right over again. And a repolymorph all over again. Into a Meteor. Atherman drop it to about half-ish health. That's a rain. That's a freeze. Nova. Frost Nova that just didn't quite work. Interrupting Atherman on his cooldowns, however. Interrupting on his cast with a Maledict to follow. Atherman is locked out for a second, but still throwing out the judgment in there. Waiting out for the Maledict just to get himself full reheal. And ATH is just going for the long game, dude. That's going to be Aether. Is he going to be able to top himself up? He doesn't have the mana for it anymore. Look at that. He doesn't have the mana to bomb himself off. Every flash of light doesn't give him as much healing as it used to. So eventually I feel like he is going to lose. As is going to be right here. Polymorph, full greater pyroblast setup, maybe even combustion of ATS to force that bubble out of Aether. That could be huge. Ring of Frost doesn't connect. It does not. And Aether can actually get himself a little bit. Oh, I tried to see if he can do a bit of a jump. Maybe even get a Hodge onto ATS bubble coming out. Does he have any cooldowns here? Just going to go for Flash of Light. Execute set. His Judgment getting tossed at ATS. Has a shield to keep him going though. Wings coming out for Aether. Did get him to Frozen Nova. Trying to get the blood and the enemy damage out. I don't think he can barely reach ATS. Doing some damage while he can. Trying not to get interrupted on his cast. And ATS can still go for a big cooldown here. Getting that adaptation out of Aether. It's going to actually get him to full heal with that polymorph. I don't know if ATS wanted to do that, but he's going to go mounting up and try to see if he can bail out away from Aether. Hand of hindrance slowing him down. Hey, wait, did ATS lose this just now? He probably shouldn't have polymorphed Aether. He probably should have maybe busted down some big damage on him. Has a shield of vengeance, but the bop is all he has. Does Nova him, but a hand of hindrance gets slowed, and Aether has him so close to the end. That's going to be a Hodge. I think Aether actually takes it at the end here. Oh my god. No. Oh, wait, Cauterize? Blink for ATS. Does he get himself a shield? Does he get any kind of self-heal at all? Does he have anything? Does get himself a shield. Has a trinket coming up very, very soon. But it's going to be a breath onto Aether with a Ring of Frost. Greater Power Blast. He gets to blink away. Does he get a second one off? No, he's going to go for combustion with a fireball. Shield of Witches. Oh my god, it's so close. Oh! Oh my god! The master burned him. You still have to give it to Atho, however. You still... Wait, okay, I'll leave it to the chat actually. Chat, was that a tie? Or was that Atho winning? That was too close. He did kill him with a mastery. He did kill him with a mastery. Chat gets to decide this. I personally think Atho won that one, but the chat will get to make a decision. That was such a close game. The chat will decide. The chat, the guys that watch decide. SL says draw. Zoom says Atho won. I think Atho won, but I'll let the chat decide this one. Either way, great fucking game, man. Atho won, draw, Atho. That was the closest game ever. That really was. Alright, ATS. I gave the chat a chance. I think it's like a half and half split in the chat. Atho was alive last and Atho won. Fair enough, yeah. ATS, I give the chat a chance to give you maybe a draw, but that was going to be a win to Atho too. So far, this man is unstoppable. ATS is the only man that came close to it so far. Oh my god, that was such a good duel, dude. When you have like a best out of 3 that goes to that long, Jesus, dude, hell yes, hell yeah. That went on for 42 minutes. Those duels with Julie and with twins and ATS versus Atho, all 42 minutes. Well, probably if I cut down just the arena games, a lot less, but 42 minutes we sat here, boys, watching them duel. Fucking crazy. Go eat your pizza. I really do want to get some food now. I have a pizza waiting for me. Man. It's also like 8. I kind of want to do keys too. Boys, you know I love y'all, right? We're gonna have to do more duels later though. You know I love y'all. I hung around this long, which is longer than usual. We had a lot of duels today. Lots of 5v5 1v1s played out to the very end for those last few 1v1s. We'll do more at a later time, boys. I gotta get some food, man. I gotta get some to eat. I gotta get some keys done with the boys. I have a video set up for tomorrow too, so tonight, Friday night, I can have a long evening, man. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you, boys. I appreciate all of you that came by. Tomorrow, we got NA 5v5 1v1 duels. Maybe we'll do some of you too. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you all so much for coming by. You guys are fucking beautiful. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Beautiful community. Love the community, dude. It's a beautiful community right here. All these motherfucking beautiful people right here. These beautiful goddamn butterflies. Alrighty. I think I gave you guys enough compliments. Alright, get out of here. Scram. Get the hell out of here. I gotta get some food stuff in my face. I'll see you all next time. Alrighty, boys. You guys have a good one. I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Across a million seas, just to have you next to me. Paris and Tokyo, I go where I have to go. Screw geography.